Oh my gosh. Oh wait. We're really close to being done with this game. But, gosh dang. There's one more route that I have to do. So, it's not going to be as, ridiculously short as all the other birds were. I'll say that much. And oh baby. It's a lot better than anything else in this game. But, well, while we're on the topic of birds and stuff like that, I do have a short story of a really awesome thing that happened today. While I was mowing the lawn, I remember there's this, robin that kind of just, flew really close by overhead and landed in the field that I was mowing next to, and, oh baby, it was really, like, maybe 3 feet, or not 3 feet, 3 yards, like, away from me. And I was like, dude, what a beautiful robin. It was a male robin, and it was just really brave. It didn't even care that I was, like, in this big old riding mower machine, and I was like, that's awesome, but I kind of, after slowing down and gawking at it for a bit, I kind of continued on. Well, as I turn around to mow the next strip of land, I noticed that it had come even closer, and that it was kind of like following me because the lawnmower was making a nice path of freshly disturbed grass, and it was just really awesome how we were like working together. I got to watch it really, really up close while I got to help it forage because, you know, robins are mostly ground foraging birds. So, I mean, for a while, like a good 10, 15, 20 even minutes, I was able to like watch this bird as he followed me and looked for any freshly disturbed bugs that were in the grass. There was also a female one that was around, but she was the exact opposite of him and was super duper spooked, and I was like 20 yards away. It would be like, yeah, that big old lawnmower machine's too spooks for me. I'm getting out. Don't you spook my gooks anymore. But that was just a quick story because I'm going to continue on right now, going to do the last little, oh wow, that was like a 2-minute story, 2.5-minute story, but hey, I'm going to do Hiyoko Tosaka, because I feel like this is no joking matter, this story I'm doing right now. So Hiyoko Tosaka, that's okay, it has a powerful visualization. Nah, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. Now, most of the game, you had to like make lots of different choices to get on the right path with your certain bird, but this one is special because right here, I choose to fulfill a promise, which will cause me to go on the path that I need to go for this last final route. And hello, super nice. What is up to yourself? I am good today. So let's fulfill this promise. I don't know what the heck that means, but we're on to... Oh, is there anything you desire? I can grant whatever you wish. Tell me. A strange bird once said that to me. Or said that. Who was that bird talking to? So as you can see, it's obviously different. Oh wait. Same pigeonation, a school blessed with extensive curricula and facilities. It's already been a year since I ended my ordinary life and walked through these gates. I should probably say, this school is known for one thing in particular. This school is Japan's, no, the world's greatest gathering place for gifted birds. Birds who want to study the arts, the sciences, even sports all come to the same pigeonations. The teaching staff and student body are both made up of a diverse blend of birds of different backgrounds and species. I'm often asked why I chose to come here, despite not being a bird. It's a long story. Now every day I see you rushing along like this. Ryota! Usually you had been ready for an hour by now, Hiyoko. Overslept? This rock dove is named Kawara Ryota. We've been friends since he was barely hatched. He can be a little mischievous, but he's responsible and kind. Well, things are going kind of the same as they have been in every other route, but let's continue on. Breakfast was a little hard to catch today. I can't relax without red meat inside. Living as a hunter-gatherer sounds tough. I'd be happy to make you breakfast, you know. I might take you up on that offer when starvation looms. Thanks, Ryota. Oh, the bell already? Come on, we need to hurry to class. Jeepers, no good being late on the first day. And so Ryota pulled me along into the school. Today is the start of a new semester. I wonder what lies in store. It was all I could do to adjust to the atmosphere last year. Better make up for all that lost fun. Hatoful Boyfriend, the most splendid and gifted academy of the pigeon, by the pigeon, and for the pigeon, first term. I think we're in 2-3. Ryota and I are in the same class again. Old faces, new faces. A strange thrill fills my heart as I look around the assembled birds. I hope we all get along. Here's the formation of many happy memories. Oh, the teacher's here. Good morning, everybody. I'm Nanaki Kazuaki. I seem to be your teacher this year. I specialize in math and physics and also some other things. Sir, wake up. It's homeroom. He sleeps with his eyes open? This quail is Nanaki Kazuaki. He's a famously soporific math professor. I've heard the rumors, but I hadn't expected him to fall asleep just like that. Apparently he's well known as a mathematician. Just goes to show great minds come in all forms. Ah, I'm sorry. Isn't it a little warm in here? Which reminds me, we have a transfer student. Please introduce yourself, Shirogane. What is the point? I have no wish to speak with commoners. Do not think I'm here because I wish to be. Oh, well, I guess that's that. Hey, that's no good. But he doesn't want to introduce himself. But we can't just let him break the rules like that, sir. The system will collapse and we'll all turn into kulaks and dissenters. Well, when you put it like that, could you at least say your name, Shirogane? Shirogane Lebel Sakuya. It seems this fantail is Shirogane Sakuya. His feathers would make any birdie proud. He's pretty stuck up, but then, transferring is never easy. I hope we can be friends. Sakuya sits down, glaring daggers at Ryota and me. I think this little bird's telling me there's going to be some trouble down the line. Which, I mean, we already know the story. We already know there's no trouble down the line, and it's all good. We all are friends here. Lunch already? Today is slipping by so quickly. That reminds me. I've had these books out from the library all summer. I'll return them now. Where is everyone? Aside from the receptionist, there's hardly anybody here. Huh? Is someone looking at me? Probably just my imagination. Or not. A mourning dove stands in a dark corner, staring in my direction. Mourning doves aren't very common in Japan, but apparently they're everywhere in America. Did you want something from me? He looked away. Not really. I'm pretty sure it was him I felt glaring at, or looking at me. There's no one else here. Are you sure? Yes, I don't want anything with you. It's the things you're carrying that I'm interested in. He glances at the desk as if to say, hurry up and return them already. Oh, sorry. They're a little too dense and I never finished them. Were you waiting for them all summer? He silently returns his gaze to his book. Maybe he's in a bad mood? I'm Tasaka Hiyoko, a sophomore. What about you? You're... Nageki. Fujishiro Nageki. Freshman. Fujishiro Nageki, huh? Maybe it's just because he's a morning dub, but he seems a little sad. Leave me alone. He's reading his book again. Okay, sorry to bother you. I keep meeting depressing people today. Now that I have that out of the way, I think I'll head back to class. Wait, isn't that... You should have been instructed not to approach me in school. Come on, Sakuya, what kind of thing is that to say to your own brother? After all these years? My brother? You must be joking. You've never once been a brother to me. Please, don't try to talk to me again. I have no time for half-breeds. I'll be going now. Hey, wait just a... I guess even if we're in the same school now, what's done is done. I hadn't meant to eavesdrop, but I think I just overheard something juicy. The ever-popular trendsetter and ladies' man Sakazaki Yuya is Sakuya's brother? I wonder what the story behind that is. Hey. You heard that whole thing, right? Are you a friend of Sakuya's? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to listen in on you. Haha, no sweat. I try to stay sexy and suave in front of all you little ladies. But that there wasn't too cool. This fan-tailed pigeon is Sakazaki Yuya, an upperclassman. I've never talked to him before, but he's famous, or infamous, throughout the school. Every birdie knows of him. You're Hiyoko, right? How did you? I know every birdie here. Besides, you're the only human. A single poppy in a field of rye. Did you say you were a friend of Sakuya's? Not exactly. We had a rather ballistic introduction this morning. We're in the same class, that's all. I'd never thought that stuck-up aristocrat wannabe was your brother. Aristocrat wannabe. He is an aristocrat, actually. The general article in the flesh. He is? He's a bit of a pain, so good luck, mon ami. Adieu. He really is a noble bird. I never heard anything like that about Yuya, though. Probably twisty business. That's all for today. Stay safe, everyone. Yay! Huh? Sir, where's Ryota? He said he was going to the infirmary. But maybe you should go there and see if he's still there. Or, I'm making redundant sentences where they weren't originally redundant, gosh dang. Now that I think about it, Ryota always did have a weak stomach. I should go to the infirmary just to make sure he's okay. Excuse me. No birdies here? There's no one sleeping behind the curtains, and the doctor isn't here either. My hunter-gatherer instincts feel no presence. There's no birdie here. Ryota! No reply. The infirmary is empty. Weird. Did he go home already? I feel a little nervous poking around the empty room. Now that I think about it, I haven't been in here much before. Unlike Ryota, I'm perfectly healthy. Whoa, they've got all kinds of drugs in here. Ethylpar, Trife, Luciobenzene. What do these even do? Care to find out? Doctor? I'll feed you all sorts of things if you want. No, thank you. This partridge is Iwamine Shu, the school doctor. He's rather creepy in person, and has a bad reputation amongst the student body. Every birdie knows that even just talking to him can bring you down with aspergillus, psittacosis, or even worse things. and I never even heard him come in the door. Ninja Doctor? You don't look like you have a good reason to be in here. Did you need something? I heard Ryota Kawara from 2-3 was supposed to be in here. Him? He's already gone. Oh. Why didn't he come and find me before going home? Sorry to bother you. I'll be going now. Finally out of that den of evil. Ryota's already gone home. What do I do now? Oh. Never got around to joining a club last year. Maybe I'll take a look at some of my options. I think there are clubs for baseball, soccer, track, kendo, migration, bird watching. Wasn't there another one? Anyway, I'll start with the track team. I ran in middle school, and it's always funny watching the birds hop around. I think their club room is on the ground floor or off to the side. White Dub is having a tantrum outside. Coo. There's no pudding for a man. Coo. Okasan rejects it. It is a lie, a vicious falsification. He's dancing around the squished pudding. Hey, that's not very nice to the pudding. This is Okasan. Doesn't really look it, but supposedly he's a fan-tailed pigeon. I think. Either way, he's hyper. Cool. Okasan has suffered its deception most vile, a wretched betrayal. Betrayal? Cool. Okasan instructed that pudding be provided for new members. Cool. But this is no pudding. Ousted, scorned, betrayed, dragged into the street and shot by those he trusted most. It's squished and filthy, but the thing under his feet looks like normal store-bought pudding. What's wrong with it? Coo. Spare the jest, young lady. Okasan used weak attack. It's super effective. Coo. They'll rue the day they cross Okasan. He'll have them flayed, hanged, shot at dawn he will. Coo. Okasan must now train to achieve true pudding. Farewell. And he's gone. He's a good runner, but what does pudding have to do with the track team? And so ended the first day of my second semester at St. Pigeonations. I think we want to choose class council today. As you all know, this school doesn't require you to join any club. If you want, you can. If you want to, you can, but if you don't, then you're free to go home after school. If I could freaking read. Gosh dang. Cool. Focus on how it's time only for the track team. That's good. What about you, Shirogane? A foolish question. I already hold a position here. Oh, that's right. You became student president when you were admitted. Nepotism, ho! Don't we get to vote? Just coming to school is enough for me. You have to take care of your mother all on your own and all. I wonder what I should do. Join the... I mean... It looks so far like we're just doing the regular games, other than that, like, initial to fulfill a promise, and then immediately it gave us a weird thing talking about that promise that was made, but I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna go for like Yuya or something. That's everyone, isn't it? Have fun. Today's an elective day. What should I do? Attend music class, I guess. We sang birdie melodies. It was a little tiring, but singing together is fun. Yoko leveled up. Charisma increased by 5. Oh. I'm supposed to help at the infirmary today. I shouldn't keep them waiting. Better hurry. Salutations, Hiyoko. Yuya? What's wrong? Are you hurt? So sweet of you to worry for me, but no. I'm the second in command here. You are? Never would have guessed. You couldn't be happier, Monomi. Mystery is the most powerful of aphrodisiacs. Anyway, our job as staff is to check the medicine and clean it up here. Normally, I'll do that. But today, I've got stuff that I need to take care of, so could you handle this mess for me? Of course! My thanks, Hiyoko. Oh, and don't touch that desk. It's the doctor's personal area. I'll take you somewhere nice in return. Adieu. Adieu. Yuya flutters out the door. Did he just ask me out? Anyway, cleaning. Some of the drugs in here are a little weird, no matter how you look at it. Is this really an infirmary? Feels more like a human, or rather, avian, experimentation room. Huh? The desk drawer is open, and there are files sticking out. Everything was neat when I got in here last, but maybe the doctor's a little careless about tidying up? You did say not to go near the desk, but I think I'll leave it alone. I'm a little curious, but he did say not to go near the desk. Better leave it alone. Doctor might show up and turn me into Hiyoko Salami. Sitting at home is so relaxing. Oh, tomorrow's class hike. Should I prepare anything? We won't be going first, so I don't have to. Well, health first. I think I'll have some udon and go to sleep. Today is the hike. We stopped for a break on the hillside. Who should I talk to? Talk to Ryota. Ryota, let's eat together. Sure. Great view, huh? Huh? Is that your lunch, Hiyoko? Yep. It's calorie M-E. That's a pretty sad thing to bring on a picnic. No, it's not. A great man once said that it's ambrosia of the gods. Jeez, if you're gonna eat like that, you'll be dead on the roadside by the time we head back. Here, I'll show her mine. Really? Wow, thanks, Ryota. So I got to eat half of Ryota's lunch. His cooking is so good. We can save the calorie M-E in case of survival situation. Today's an elective day. What should I do? Attend more music class, baby. Today is a music history lesson. So much thinking outside the box. I forgot about this friggin' sentence right here. This punny, I hate the word punny, but this puntacular sentence going on. So much thinking outside the box. I feel like I'm gonna fly off the Hondo. I forgot about Mozart too, Mozart. But this is what Mozart is all about, I guess. I wonder what those wigs felt like. They look like they're wearing ptarmigans on their head. Do you seek to mock the great masters, low-born Philistine? Hiyoko leveled up, charisma increased by 5. I imagine you are all well aware, but the sports festival is right around the corner. Please think about what you'll do. Sports festival season already? If it were in fall, it would conflict with the cultural festival, so it's always been in May. What are you gonna do, Ryota? I haven't decided, but probably the three-legged race. Somebody has to. Ooh, Oko-san will handle the marathon. Indeed he will. You do have a lot of stamina, Oko-san. What about you, Sakuya? You can't possibly be expecting me to run in some race, can you? It's a sports festival. Is there an event that doesn't involve running? How about being a cheerleader? The general, in other words. Very well, leave it to me. I don't think that's... Also, the first aid team is always short-handed, so I'm sure they could use help if any birdies still can't decide. That's all for today. Ryota's doing a 3-legged race, Okusan's running the marathon, and Sakuya is a cheerleader. Yuya might be running the first aid tent. What should I do? I'll have to think about it. Today's the sports festival. I never did make up my mind. What should I do? Go to the first aid tent. Salutations. Did you come to gaze into my eyes, mon ami? I heard the first aid team was short-handed. Salutations? Alas, spurned for the sake of medicine. I must work harder to prove my love. Anyway, happy to have you. As you can see, we have plenty of work to do. Ah, the obstacle course does always hurt a lot of birds. Why do you use a game designed for humans? Beyond me, mon ami. I suppose it's tradition. Where's the doctor? Shouldn't he be here too? Over there. He's resting in the shade of a tree some distance away. It looks like he's taking notes on the performance of the birds on the racetrack. What's he doing over there? He doesn't want to ruin his girlish complexion working in the heat. He does the same thing every year. Is he taking notes on something? A lot of birds graduating from the school get scouted by pro sports teams, so he's checking up on them. So maybe he's checking up on the promising ones. Uh-oh, they've started. We'll be busy soon. Get ready, Mommy. Yes, sir. So I spent the sports festival patching up damaged doves with Yuya. I learned some first aid from him, so it was time well spent, I think. The first barrier for all students who make it this far, the midterm exam. We're getting them back today. I don't think I did too well. Tosaka. Yes? You worked hard. Keep going like that and you'll do just fine. One day you could surpass me. I would love to see that. I guess I did pretty well after all. And Mr. Nanaki seems happy with me too. Yay. Oh hey, it's one of these things again. I've had this dream a lot recently. I can see a little house on the other side of the fence. I wonder who lives there. I don't think it's anyone I know. Ryota is next to me. My parents are here too. We're all together again, but... Mom? Dad? Hey. Wake up. Please. With the festival and the midterm over, there's nothing to look forward to but the summer heat. It does smell kind of funny when it gets humid like this. Huh? There's a bunch of birds in front of the staff room. What are they doing? Oh, there's Yuya. Yuya? What's going on? Salutations, Brian. Hiyoko. Brian won his 7th Pulitzer. He gestures towards the news clipping on the staff room pinboard. It says, Brian, the first intelligent pigeon, crowned again. Brian? Don't tell me you don't know who he is. I think I've heard the name, but... He's the world's most famous blogger. He began when birds were barely intelligent. He's a very skilled and insightful writer. He was the one who suggested that the Dove Olympics be called the Pidge Olympics. He's extremely influential, since the name was adopted right away. Why don't you look him up right now, Mommy? Try googling Brian Pigeon. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Lunch is nearly over. Adieu, Hyoko. Today is a good day. I feel like I'm shining. I wonder what I should do during break. Go to the store. Oops, skip. Never really looked around there before. Wow, they got all sorts of things for sale. Though, these nest building materials look like what you find in the human store's trash. My, how much short of you, mon ami? Time to settle down already? Yuya! No, that's not it. I'm still a high school student. That may be so, but you know we doves reach sexual maturity within a year of birth. They do? That seems a little bit hasty. That aside, what are you here to buy, Yuya? Your love, of course. My loot? Yuya, that's... I'm not good enough? Oh well. I'll have to try again later. Is this how he talks to every girl he meets? I think it's a little rude, Yuya. What is? That sort of loose talk, like I'm a game or something. You know, that's the first time a girl's ever said that to me. I'm surprised. Thank you, mon ami. I'll carry this warning in my pigeon heart forever. Adieu. Today's an elective day. What should I do? Attend music class. We all have to stand up and sing solos today. I'm nervous. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. His voice is beautiful. Yobo leveled up. Crit line increased by 5. Today is Tanabata. There's probably a bamboo tree in the plaza this year too. I think I'll go make a wish. Wow, there's lots here already. Any birdie I know? May mother stay healthy this year, and may my stomach get better. Ryota. Can you hear the song of the stars above? May they send you happiness, mon ami. Yuya. Morning conference on the 10th. Leave 30 minutes early. Buy another alarm clock. May I wake up on time. Nanaki. Wednesday is garbage day. Remember. What should I wish for? Become a famous artist, of course, baby. I wish to become a famous artist whose work is known the world over. Oh, hello. Is that you, Tasaka? Mr. Nanaki. You should be careful out this late. It can be dangerous for a girl, you know. I was about to head home. Would you like me to walk you to your place? Yes, please. Alright. Mr. Nanaki demonstrated some extreme sleeping on the way home, but we arrived eventually. Your house is very rustic, Tasaka. I like it this way. It's wonderful to have a place to come back to, isn't it? Wonderful indeed. He looks a little sad. Sir? See you tomorrow. Don't forget your homework. And so he left, a somewhat hollow-sounding farewell echoing behind him. Or was that just my imagination? Today's an elective day. What should I do? Attend music class. I've been placed in charge of the timpani today. Last time it was the gong. Where am I supposed to be? The musical gorilla? Yoko leveled up. Grid line increased by 5. Cleaning the classroom took longer than usual. I need to hurry to the infirmary. Hiyoko, what is it? I'm in a bit of a hurry. Nothing much. Just, have you heard the 7 mysteries of St. Ignatius, Hiyoko? The school even has its own horror stories? Do tell. Yeah, well, there's one that says sometimes students will disappear in the infirmary only to show up again as food in the dining hall and quill pens in the school store. Sounds like an urban legend to me. It does, but Dr. Iwamine is pretty suspicious. Be careful, okay? You go to the infirmary a lot, right? Has he ever done anything to you? No, but... Well, you're a girl, Hiyoko. I'm a little worried. That's true. I'll be careful. Ryoto has always been one to overthink things. Anyway, can't keep Yuya waiting. Excuse me. Huh? Yuya and the doctor are talking about something. Did you really think I hadn't noticed? You sure look like you woke up on the wrong side of the nest. What are you talking about? I shouldn't have to explain. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I've told you never to touch my desk, haven't I? And what makes you think I have? It doesn't look too good. Hiyoko. There you are, mon ami. Hiyoko could back me up on this. We were in the courtyard together until a few minutes ago. She said she was going to the restroom, so I should go ahead. I only just got here. In other words, I haven't had time to go rifling through your stuff, Doctor. Right, mon ami? Just what is going on here? Sounds like the doctor suspects Yuya of having searched his desk while I was out. He came straight from the classroom here, so Yuya's obviously lying. Oh baby, you're here, Mr. Raggedy Boy. I don't quite know what's going on, Mr. Raggedy Boy, but I don't like the look on the doctor's face. That's right. Yuya and I were having a sexy and luxurious sunbath in the courtyard up until a few minutes ago. Sexy and luxurious it was indeed. Well, Doctor? You haven't missed too much. It's been going just like any normal game would be going. With a couple exceptions, you might have to rewatch the 31st minutes whenever the VOD is up or the YouTube video archive is up. Just for these 2 little special moments that happen. Other than that, like, everything is exactly the same. Very well. I shall have to wait for more solid evidence. Please do be careful. Of course, Doctor. Yuya, what? Forgive me, mon ami. I can't explain right now. But one day. And he's gone. What was that supposed to mean? And so with everything going just as normal, Ragley, I've been just kind of going as if it was normal. I'm just going down the Yuya route or whatever. Is something really happening in this infirmary? We get our files back today. I'm not sure I did too well. Tosaka? Sir? You didn't do too badly, I think. Yes? You... Never mind. You did badly. Sorry. No... Oh my gosh, being dissected and checking out all the pebbles in his gizzard and whatnot. I still need to play Bully sometime because isn't Bully 2 coming out or something like that? So hopefully I'll be able to play Bully one day or another. Try harder next time, okay? I disappointed not Doctor, gosh dang it, thinking about Shu. I disappointed Mr. Nanaki. Guess I'll have to study more from now on. Or not, I can study some good old friggin' music. Yeah, hopefully Bully 2 comes out, but I know I've heard some people that don't like it, but I've also heard a lot of people really like the bully game. So that's why I'm excited to play it if I ever get it one day. Oh man, we can experience school life and whatever it is you do in bully, like dissect pigeons or whatever. That dream again. Ryota, my parents, and me at a stranger's house. The strange bird who comes to me is a magician. He says he'll grant any wish that Ryota and I make. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day. So that's kind of what you've been missing out on, Ragley. We'll have a little just moment like that where it's like, yeah, there's this promise that's been made, this something going on that we don't really know about yet, but don't worry, it's just your normal school year. It's everything's fine, everything's the same, and then you're like, what is this? Why is this promise making these weird texts show up? Today is the last day. It's been a semester already. Sometimes it seemed long and sometimes it seemed short, but either way, it's summer now. I should probably find out if I need to come to school to clean up the infirmary at all. Cleaning? Well, I will be here just about every day the building is open, but there isn't any real need for you to come here too. There's nothing I could do to help? No. Was there anything else? No, that's all. I will ask you to leave then. You aren't an unpleasant companion, but I may have... Ugh. But I have many experiments to conduct. I got kicked out again. What do you mean by experiments anyway? Like a chemist does? It's easy to fall out of practice and get fat and lazy during summer vacation. Hunter-gatherer's body is your way of life, so maybe I'll be running today. That was a good run. A true running girl's way to start vacation. Oh, that's actually really, really rad. I might get that sooner than I thought. Not like ridiculously soon, mind you, but definitely eventually down the line I might decide to pick that up and play it. True running girl's way to start vacation. I wonder how far I ran. I always lose track of where I'm going once the runner's high kicks in. Where am I? I must have wandered out of my usual stomping ground at some point. Which way did I come from? Don't fail me now, Paleolithic hoeing instinct. The sun's setting. I'd rather not sleep outside. Hey, you. I don't know who you are. Where'd you come from? Sparrow stands next to me, squinting up at my face. Her wing is resting on a motor scooter. Looks a little bit vintage. How cute. I feel a strange pressure. I can tell right away that the sparrow isn't just any birdie. I'm from St. Pigeonations. I was just out for a run and got lost. We ran all the way from there? You must be pretty good. It's about a 2-hour drive from here. What? Guess that's why my legs hurt. I wonder if I'll be able to run home again. Blaster Master, baby. Gosh dang. That good old Blaster. And he will not be showing up in the BBL ending. But he does... we do at least get to see Blaster bike from a zombie. And I'm not gonna get a job, so we're not even gonna see Blaster. Supposed to call it Blaster other than just mention, but it's still good. Good old Blaster. Don't worry about it, Mr. Raglan. I like the cut of your jib. Anyone that determined deserves a ride home. Come on. The intimidating Sparrow gestures at her speeder. It's a little small, but we should both fit, I think. Thank you. May I ask your name? Toshiba Azami. I said Takoyaki. Call me Azami. Then thank you, Azami. You're a very cautious driver. Carve it into your soul, kid. One accident is all it would take, and that would be the end of both our lives. It may seem strange to a young girl like you, but once you've lost someone, you'll understand. Toshiba Azami. Was it Toshiba? Her freaking family name is just non-existent to me. It will never be existent to me. Gosh freaking dang. There's a far-off look in her eyes. Gosh freaking dang. I'm sure you know what you're talking about, but at this rate I might get home faster by walking. Do you think we'll get there by dawn? Carve it into your soul. The speed limit for scooters is 30 kilometers per hour. We're not even going that fast. Following traffic laws is part of my credo. Isn't riding tandem against the law too? That rule is for humans. Birds are light, so one or two doesn't stop the brakes from working. We're fine like this. But I'm not a bird. And so we put it along at Azami's hyper-cautious speed. By the time we got to my house, it was almost light out. By the time we finished BBL ending, it was almost light out. I'm just saying that because, you know, friggin' it's already 2 o'clock here in the central time zone. And whenever I first did the BBL ending, I was reading it silently, which is a lot faster than reading out loud, by a long shot. And it took me a good 3 hours to... I mean, I was playing it both on my phone and on my computer, but still 3 hours to beat this ending, as opposed to, like, you know, maybe at most an hour for the other endings, and that's only, like, the ones that have, like, 2 parts where I want to get the ending for, what's his face, Shu, the bad ending and the full ending. That would take maybe an hour, but probably not. That's more like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. So 3 hours, we're on for a long ride, that's all I'm trying to say. Still a long time before the semester starts, and I still have a lot of homework. Maybe I should apply for a part-time job since I have the chance. Oh yeah, I was playing both of these at the exact same time. I had it on PC for a while, and I didn't care to ever play it. Then I started, like, really getting interested in birds. I'm like, dude, I have to play it. So I opened it up and didn't play it for 72 hours, and then I closed out of it after, like, doing, like, 2 endings. I mean, I waited, like, a full-blown 72 hours before getting to those 2 endings. And then, and then finally I ignored the game for the rest of eternity until one day I had $5 in Google Play credit. It's a long story short, but I'm like, I need to get rid of this $5. I don't want to go through the full story of why I needed to get rid of $5, but I needed to get rid of $5. And I'm like, what games do they have on here? And then I remembered that a month prior to when I did need to get rid of that $5, a certain Hatoful Boyfriend went up on the Google Play Store. And I'm like, dang, I guess maybe I can get that, and if I have my phone with me at all times, I'll be able to play it, like, on the go or something. And, well, I guess I didn't really need to have it on the go because I ended up playing it on my computer as well. And I'm not getting a job, by the way, so forget it. But yeah, and in the end I started, like, getting really into it once I started playing the phone version. I mean, Audible Boyfriend will bring you a lot more pleasure than a footlong, That's what I'm just gonna say right now. I know that some footlongs can be mighty delicious, but this game is even more mighty delicious, especially when you think about how delicious Yuya is for Christmas. I think I'll wait until college. That way I can skip lectures to go to work. Slacking off and having fun is more the high schooler thing to do. Wee. Today's the local summer festival. I think I'll go with some booty. Invite delicious Yuya. Salutations, Hyoko. I am honored to act as your escort tonight, my love. Oh, Yuya. Sorry, I didn't. Did I keep you waiting? Oh my gosh. If she does pick it up, let me know her. If she's a streamer, that is. Let me know about it, and I will be there to watch, because I'm always down for watching more people play this game. I've seen so many people play this game, and I always have a good time watching this. Especially if they actually are willing to go through all the way to the end, like I'm doing right now with the BBL ending and shenanigans. That's where this game really truly shines. Oh, Yuya. Sorry, did I keep you waiting? Or I guess you wouldn't really say oh Yuya and that inflections, but whatever, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. A gentleman never keeps a lady waiting, so I always show up half an hour early. That's pretty early. Shall we go then, mon ami? Yeah, this game is love-worthy. It's pretty good. I love it for sure. A successful festival indeed. Take my hand, Hyoko, lest the crowd separate us. Huh? Don't tell me you're a hand-holding virgin. Better late than never. You were the one who invited me, okay? Okay. These feathers are soft. This was fun, Hyoko. Where do you live? I'll walk you home. Yuya? What is it? Do you want to play some more? The night is yet young, and if dangerous games are your desire, I will accompany you. That's not what I meant. I wanted to ask you something. Of course. Just my height and weight are classified information, so I can't tell you those. Why did you lie to Dr. Iwamine? She said she was going to the restroom, so I should go on ahead. I only just got here. In other words, I haven't had time to go rifling through your stuff, Doctor. Right, Hyoko? Yeah, this Yuya boy, he's already prepared to get it on with Hyoko. It's pretty surprising that Hyoko could avoid his love and get killed whenever I first played this game. Or, you know, Yuya's bringing me good old memories of getting killed, because he's like, oh, I'll give you some agents to protect you, my love. Why don't you just stay behind and not get mixed up in all this crazy agent work? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, that would be fine. And then the ninjas got me anyway. Gosh friggin' dang. This idiot Yuya, I love you, idiot Yuya, but gosh dang. I came straight from cleaning my classroom. I hadn't seen you before I went to the infirmary. But you told the doctor that we'd been together. Why? That was a month ago now. I was hoping my obligation to explain had elapsed. You knew I was lying then. So why did you play along? Because the doctor looked mad? I felt like if I didn't help you, he was going to do something to you. Hey, I'm the one asking questions here. Sorry. Your hunter-gatherer instincts are too much for me. But yes, if you hadn't helped me back then, I'd probably be in little plastic bags in the freezer. That's not funny. Indeed, it isn't funny at all. And it's not a joke. Please, give me a straight answer, Yuya. Hello, CDB30. Yeah, give them a super negative Yelp review and explain about like the freaking dire, like full-blown death situation that goes on if you actually have them hired for you, and how they just straight up don't do their job that they're hired for. It's a huge scam. It's the worst scam. Oh man, my class voice going, especially for Yuya. He's got the most of class voice. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about class voice, that makes sense because we are high schooler girls. 2 stars, yeah, that sounds about right. If you give them 1 star, then people are just gonna think that you're a freaking yelling young child who just doesn't like what happened. But 2 stars is a fair assessment, I would say. Good job. But yeah, we are a high school student, so class voice indeed, Mr. CP30. And I'm glad Nightbot isn't there to shoot you down with your emotes. So thank you, Nightbot, for not being a jerk. Please give me a straight answer, Yuya. That was a straight answer. I'm always straight in life. Almost always. No, I meant... Hiyoko, could you do me a favor? What now? You're just trying to avoid the question again. Oh no. Gosh dang it. Alright, at least stop this right now. Oh, yeah. And I agree with what Ragley actually says with the friggin' gosh dang Nightbot. You're just trying to avoid the question again. Shh. Listen, I will only say this once. What's going on? His usual detached air is gone. It's looking around almost nervously. I'm sorry, Mary. It looks like we had better split up. Can you get home alright by yourself? Of course, Good girl. We'll part ways as soon as we reach the intersection. I'll head home into an alleyway, so go straight home. Don't look back. The night roads are laden with traps. Be careful. Adieu, mon ami. He turns briskly and disappears into a narrow alleyway. What on earth is going on? He told me not to look back, but... A gunshot? Later that night, he sent me an email. Did you make it home in one piece? I'll be visiting in your dreams, mommy, so sleep well. The message bears no trace of the tension I felt in him earlier. Are you alright, Yuya? He really is a mysterious bird. I think I'll assume that his existence is one of the 7 mysteries of the St. Pigeonations. Well, it has to sound smooth for Yuya. He's a smooth-talking special birdie who's always looking for the love. If I had ever seen James Bond, I would try to imitate James Bond's voice into Yuya, but I've not seen any of the James Bond films, so he just gets whatever smooth voice I can conjure up. I mean, once again, Mr. CDB30, don't worry about any bad spelling. I enjoy bad spelling, and I will follow you to the ends of the earth, being a grammar Nazi, making sure that you do spell things right, because it offends me and my family, and my family's children, including me, for eternity, and I think we'll all have a good, huge suffering if you keep doing that wrong spelling. I don't know where I'm going with this. I shouldn't talk. Anyway, yes, my face cam is frozen. I, as you can see me perched on that branch. That's not true. You can see it's clearly light out in that picture, and by now at 2:24 a.m. it's totally not light out. So it's been frozen for a long time. I've been trying to get it fixed. I gave my face cam a really bad Yelp review, and it's still giving me issues. So maybe one day I could just switch over to a new face cam or something. Oh yeah, dude, cosplayers killed my family, but that doesn't mean that the ghosts of my family aren't offended by my grammar Nazi ways. I just skipped a text because I pressed X. My bad. I think I'll get some udon and go home before I get my life canceled. Wait, isn't that Yuya? Yeah, we've already seen this route anyway, so it doesn't matter that I missed one little line of text. He's rummaging around in the garbage can. Yuya, what are you doing? Have you fallen so far, mongrel? Good evening, mon ami. You sound rather like a certain someone. Oh, baby. It's even late for you, Mr. CB30. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you are in the West Coast, I guess. I'm not a blue... I mean, maybe I'm a blue jay. You've never seen my face. I am totally a blue jay, but if you're talking about the bird in the top, that is not actually a blue jay. It's actually... I don't know what specific kingfisher it is, but it is totally a kingfisher of some sort, and that's the reason why I decided to get that, because I love kingfishers, because I normally would have gone something like a heron as my profile picture, but there was no heron avatars, and I was like, gosh, dang it. You would be excited about Ghost Families, wouldn't you, with the Nageki situation, and you know Nageki loves a certain buddy boy named Donald Gordon. Oh yeah, don't worry, CDB30. I know that Raggedy has some poop problems. It's something that I'm gonna have to work on with him, but gosh dang, I mean, it will get better eventually. Don't worry about it. I can't believe you need to fish around in trash cans for food, Yuya. Please, don't misunderstand, Mormi. I was looking for something. Sadly, no clues to be found in this barrel. Clues? What the heck is he talking about? Yeah, I do hate birds. I hate all the birds. Every bird out there is just as... there are certain birds that I don't particularly like, but there's no bird that I hate. Let's just say that. On a more serious note, my bad. Oh, and now I find out that CDB30 is handing out all the private informations. You gotta be careful. Watch your tongue, Mr. CDB30. You can get in trouble by handing out information that's not yours to hand out, my baby. Let's keep this a secret from Sakuya, shall we? I would hate for him to have new names for me when the school starts up again. Mr. Garbage Disposal? Something like that. I would like to escort you home, Momonomi, but unfortunately, I'm somewhat busy at the moment. Will you be alright on your own? A hunter-gatherer can always find her way home. Indeed. Adieu, Momonomi. I don't know what you mean by that, CB30, but I agree completely. The smell of garbage surrounding him fades as he strides off into the night, but the mysteries don't. What was he looking for? He's probably looking for the evil monkey in Rock Lobster. I knew I should have gotten up when I first woke up. I slept way too late. School starts today, right? I'm gonna be late. I mean, I could always go for some lobster. Lobster's delicious. Baby. Nice buttery lobster tail. Oh, hello, Chisaka. Sir, I'm sorry, I overslept. Overslept? My homework. I forgot to bring my homework. Aren't you getting a little bit ahead of yourself, Chisaka? Huh? What's the number on the top left-hand corner say? Oh. Yeah, CDB30, I have seen Family Guy a long time ago. I mean, it's been a long time and I don't really remember too much about it. But I did enjoy it as a semi-youngin', I guess. Maybe I was just like in middle school or something. Maybe junior high? I don't know. But it's been a while, is all I'm saying. I don't really watch TV much. By the time I started watching Family Guy was the time I started watching Cartoon Network in general, and there's plenty of awesome things that I was like that I just realized I had missed out on, and that's when I first started watching anime because Toonami and all that jazz. Oh, baby. I bet, well, I don't know if there's very much meat in a bird, especially a pigeon tail, but I mean, I don't want to give that to good old Ryota tail a try. I'm sorry if I upset you, Mr. CDB30. I'm just not a TV guy. You're just a little bit early. So, since you're here, could you lend me a hand for a bit, Tosaka? Lend you a hand? I was about to start grading the freshman exams, and I thought maybe you could help. If you don't have something else. Of course. Of course, you have a test in September, so if you want to go and study in the library, I want to help Mr. Nanaki. You will? Thank you. I'll go make us some tea. And so I spent the morning grading tests in the air-conditioned staff room, like a proper little lady. Oh yeah, that's right. When I started watching TV, I started watching a certain porn on the Cartoon Network because that's all they really aired at the time. So that's when I first got into porn. I can't stop watching it. Mr. Ragley, I know you were asleep. We caught you. I silently, telepathically told CDB to yell at you for sleeping. And there's no getting away from it, dude. We know. We know. Until I spent the morning. Oh, proper little lady. This tea is very good. It has mango in it. I do like sweet tea. Good morning, everyone. I hope you had fun over the summer. Cool. Hokusan is always having fun. Yep. What is this fun? When summer's over, time starts slipping by faster than ever. Try to stay focused. Focus, sir, focus! See, that was you, Mr. Ragley, falling asleep and not focusing. Gosh freaking dang it. And see, this picture of that bird and that little heart right there is actually a type of pigeon, and I would have never freaking guessed that had I not looked it up or so. I don't remember how I figured out what pigeon that was, but I don't remember what it is anymore, and I'm gonna have to find out what it is again. But I was like, that's a pigeon? That's a type of pigeon? That's not the type of pigeons we get over here in the USA. What is this pigeon? Hatoful Boyfriend, the most splendid and greatest academy of the pigeon, by the pigeon, and for the pigeon, second term. That's all for today. I'm gonna start saving right now. Sorry for the little blue screen going on. And here we are back with the little black box showing up. Yeah, I can't believe Ragley's leaving, gosh dang. Oh. See, CDB30, that's why I have you around. To keep the Ragley around so that he could, you know, avoid sleep for a good 7 hours. That's all for today. See you tomorrow, everyone. Classes always feel really long after summer vacation. I think I'll go home and sleep. Way to go home, Ryota. Wanna come with? Huh? Ryota isn't at his desk. He's always slow, so I don't think he packed up and went home. Sir, wait! Hello, Tosaka. What is it? Do you know where Ryota went? I don't think I've seen him since homeroom. He went to the infirmary earlier. I think he wasn't feeling well. Oh baby, this is your second home where all the birds reside, and also sometimes the Barry Burtons, and sadly not currently, but maybe one day, budget Barry Burtons. I still need to make a budget Barry Burton for Bloodborne. I'll get on that one of these days. He had a stomach ache. Okay, some things are sounding a little different in this route already. Like, what the heck is up with the stomach ache? I don't really remember this. I mean, I know he has a bad stomach, but I never heard him having a stomach ache. He usually just gets sick. Hmm, could be. Hmm, maybe you could go check in on him if you weren't going anywhere else, or weren't going somewhere else. What happened with the budget Barry Burton was that I'm still not very proud of how he looked because it doesn't give you enough hairstyles in the hair and face styles. Like I'm not good at like the actual like sculpting of faces to make it match Barry Burton. So was really mostly relying on hair to make it look kind of like Barry, and the hairstyle that was closest is still pretty far away from what Barry's hair looks like. So I was like, gosh dang it, this guy doesn't look like Barry. The only way you can tell that he's Barry is because if you look at my name, it says Budget Barry Burton without an E. Oh, I felt really bad, so I went and tried playing on my LOLs for the 127 account, and I was sad because I tried making Barry Burton on that one too, so now I have like two identical budget Barry Burtons going on. And I really want to change what my dude looks like on my LOL for the Win27 account, but it's too late. I've already made my dude, and I can never change him again. Yeah, I'll be going back after. Maybe we'll be visiting Umbrella during this route because we're finally gonna get to learn how the Wesker report relates in on all of this. I guess I will. So Hiyoko went to. Wait a second. Well, why is Ryota the one saying I'm late? Why does it say hurtful boyfriend? It's supposed to say hatoful boyfriend. It's supposed to be heartful boyfriend. Ah, I'm late. Yeah, it's a little bothersome that you can't like just kind of start over and make a new beautiful character if you want, because I'm really kind of salty about that. And for anyone who will be watching the YouTube archive or the VOD of this, we are speaking of a certain Skyforge, which is a huge jerk, but might be an okay game. I still haven't really gotten too far in it. It's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say right now. I've been slow getting out before, but I've never slept through my alarm like this. Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep. Anyway, gotta go fat. Yeah, this guy totally is Sonic. First off, he said not. That's no good. Which I guess, if you ever seen the Sonic cartoon, then you'd remember that one time when Tails was smoking, or maybe it wasn't the no, it wasn't the smoking one. It was the one where Tails was talking about not being touched in bad spots, and Sonic's like, no, if the adult wants to touch you where it's no good, then that's no good. Yeah, I'll never forget that. And even though when I first played this game and I heard Ryota say that's no good, I didn't think of that at first. I do think about that now, and it's forever stuck in my brain. Yes, I am salty, indeed. You know it. I truly am the most salty boy. But yeah, now Ryota's saying gotta go fast, so he's Sonic confirmed. Sonic with a weak stomach, who probably cannot handle a chili dog, sadly. I'm gonna have to find the scene where is because it was a Sonic cartoon that always had that Sonic says at the end, and I never really watched that as a kid. I just saw YouTube poops and stuff like that. So saying that's no good was mostly from that, but I know the original thing was like talking about like if an adult wants to take you away and touch you where it's like on an uncomfortable spot, then that's no good. Okay, Sonic, thanks. Thank you, Sonic. Gotta go fast. Sorry, I'm late. Good morning, Koara. We were just about to sit down. Late on the second day? As expected of a feral. Now. Sir, where's Hiyoko? Isn't she here? Well, apparently not. That's weird. We're like going freaking through Ryota's perspective right now, and Hiyoko is gone. No wonder her kind died off. Where are you, Hiyoko? Usually you'd be here early. You were late yesterday, and now this? I think we can start homeroom now. Today we'll do a little review on the history of birdkind. You wait until now to teach us that? What a pathetic country. Of course, everyone's learned it years ago, but it's required for the second day of the semester. Yeah, right now we're playing as Ryota. We're going through Ryota's perspective because clearly Hyoko's not here. Back when we birds were still beasts and pets, a virus known as H5N1, which is that's a type of bird flu that actually does exist, appeared. At first, it only affected birds, but it underwent a mutation and spread to humans. This mutated strain was highly infectious and had extremely high mortality rate. And yeah, it is the R virus. It became clear that it posed a threat to the survival of human species. So the humans engineered a powerful virus to cull birds and prevent H5N1 from becoming pandemic. In hindsight, it seems foolhardy and rash, but the world leaders of the time saw no better option. Basically, bird flu was a thing. It threatened to wipe out humanity, and so people were like, yeah, so about these birds, how about we just eradicate them? Let's develop a virus that will just kill birds. The end. Except the new virus didn't work. Infected birds didn't die. Rather, their brains grew in size and power, starting with doves. Yeah, Ragley, why haven't you given me any nibbles yet? I know I don't have affiliate, but you're supposed to throw those nibbles at my face. Give me all the pennies. Thanks, and goodbye. Good night. That's why doves make up the majority of professionally qualified workers today. Other birds, including quails like me, are still adapting to social life. Incidentally, I heard that the first puffin in history to hold a governorship was elected last month. Even cockapos, which were once close to extinction, they actually are really close to extinction right now in real life, can now be toilet trained, unlike Ragley. And as you all know, the Prime Minister of Japan is a shoebill. Shoebills are very incredible birds. You should look up more images of shoebills because they're fantastic. If you ever played Zelda, whatever the one in the sky, Skyward Sword, those loft wings look basically like shoebills, so whenever you see an actual like shoebill, then you're just like, oh my gosh, it is quite scary, but they're pretty nice birds. They're not like cassowaries, which will friggin' destroy you. I don't know. Maybe shoebill is capable of destroying you, but I don't know. But yeah, it's almost unreal when you see these birds, especially like if you see like a good old video of it. You're just like, how does that thing exist? What? Anyway, the development of social intelligence in birds had a huge impact on their predators. Which leads me to the next point. Since their gambit failed, humans were left defenseless to H5N1. Most died out. The few that are left now live peacefully with birds, though in the past, there were large conflicts. Ah, that's the bell. We'll vote on student council members in second period, so be on time. Miyoko never came. I hope she's okay. Maybe I should start calling, or maybe I should try calling her. Not start calling her. Maybe I should give her a call for the first time ever, because I'm Rihanna. Kawara, do you have a minute? Sure. We're supposed to get our print boxes today. Would you mind picking ours up? Our print box? Yep. It has the handouts and everything. Since we don't have a council yet. Okay. It's in the faculty room, right? That's right. If you could have it back here before second period, please. Print box, print box. Inside the faculty office is a stack of cardboard boxes. These must be the ones. This one, maybe? Bag up the box marked 2-3. It's awfully heavy. I guess paper isn't exactly light when there's this much of it. Well, thank you. Were you okay by yourself? It was a little heavier than I expected, but I'm fine. I was fine. Let's take a look inside then. Just to make sure that everything's here. Huh? Did you cut your wing, Kawara? Cut my... I don't think so. It's bleeding. Huh? It is. Did I scratch myself on something? It doesn't hurt at all. No, this isn't my blood. What is that? There's blood leaking through the corner of the box. I feel sick, but I reach out and open the lid anyway. Inside the box is a human head. The eyes are glassy, but even like this I still recognize her. She wasn't late. She was here all along. It can't. First class, okay. What? Look away, Kawara. Looking at this will only hurt you. Emergency alert. Emergency alert. We have entered a state of emergency. All students, please evacuate to the gymnasium. Repeat, we have entered... Cuckoo? What's happening? Why is everything red? I don't know. Bah, until we know what's going on, there is nothing to do but follow instructions. Why... What are you spacing out for, Kawara? Come on. No. I don't want to leave Hiyoko here alone. Get up. She's gone. Gosh dang, yeah. So this really is actually Resident Evil, and the that's how you know we're at the end of this game, is that the self-destruct has finally been activated, and you have very, very short amount of time to get out of here. And get to the gymnasium, I guess. That thing is no longer Tasaka. It can't be. Come. By the time we arrived, the gym was already crowded with students and teachers. Hey look, we get to see what the gym looks like. I don't know why we never went here when, you know, actually practicing gym class, but okay. I mean, we can only go to the track in the school pool. We don't ever need to go to the actual gymnasium. We don't need to play basketball. Apparently there's basketball hoops over there, which I would want to see birds playing basketball. That sounds amazing. No one seems to know what's going on, though. The gym echoes with whispered speculation. Hey, did you see the box? Yeah. You had that too? Yup. Well, the class rep opened it. I didn't see, but apparently there was a human arm in it. Ours had half a leg. It was really gross. From the snatches of the conversation I hear, it sounds like all the print boxes had pieces of human corpse in them. Were they all pieces of Hiyoko, I wonder? Nobody in particular seems particularly concerned, which isn't all that odd. It was grotesque, but it's not like it was a dead bird, just some primate. Nanaki, is there some... This isn't some idiotic disaster drill, is it? We're supposed to have one. We're not supposed to have one until next month. Do you suppose it has to do something with that distasteful box? I cannot read anymore. Maybe we're all gonna die down here. I don't know how this ends. Don't worry about it. That was definitely Tosaka's. Bah. Won't someone explain this ridiculous state of affairs already? Yeah. Someone, tell me what's going on. This is a bad dream, right? Someone wake me up. Someone. Is everyone there? This is Ichijo Mino, the headmaster. The headmaster? Oh, by the way, this is a Nicobar pigeon, and it's friggin' gorgeous, by the way, just so you know. It seems we have all gathered together without panic or noise. Excellent. Unfortunately, there has been a natural disaster outside. This school is a designated evacuation site, so please remain here a little longer. Natural disaster? Nonsense, the weather is perfectly clear. Ooh, Oko-san felt no earthquakes. It's not like we're anywhere near a volcano or anything. I demand an explanation, headmaster. Just what is going on outside? Does this thing have something to do with Tosaka Hiyoko? Why have you brought us here? I repeat, there has been a... No, imbecile! The gymnasium erupts with whispered discussion once more. Well, then I gave it the wrong voice if it was hairband related. I wouldn't be able to imitate hairband voices or anything, but that would be fantastic to have a hairband Nicobar pigeon. Well, that changed nothing. I still have no idea what's going on. Are you alright, Kawara? No, yes I am. This could prove to be a very bad day for us all. Could prove to be? It already is. Cool, Mr. Nanaki. Hiyoko is missing. Cool. She must have run off somewhere. Oko-san will go look for her. San, no, she's... San is an older breed, much closer to pigeons of the human era. Maybe he doesn't understand the concept of death. Trying to explain would only hurt myself. The headmaster has proven entirely unhelpful. What should we do, Nanaki? Well, we can't exactly carry on with class. I agree with San. Let's go get Hiyoko. Calm yourself, Kawara. To relinquish your sanity during a state of emergency is suicide. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Sir, we can't just leave her there like that. May I go back to the classroom just once? Well, I guess the principal did ask us to remain here. But he didn't say we couldn't leave the gym, now did he? I'm coming with you. As president of the student council, I have a responsibility to get to the bottom of this. Thanks, Akia. Do not flatter yourself. I'm not doing this for you. Tosaka was foolish, loud, and had no manners or sense. But she never deserved anything like this. I swear by my blood and by my name as a lebel, I will find the one who did this. You shall be my assistant. Come, Kawara. Right. And so I exited the gymnasium in Sakuya's majestic wake. I want to know what happened to Hiyoko. Who did that to her, and why? Can the evacuation possibly have nothing to do with her? Why wouldn't the headmaster explain anything? My head was a raging whirlpool of questions and no answers. And I did not yet know what we would find. I've never seen Death Note, so I wouldn't really know. Oh, hey, there we go. You've never seen it either. So, yeah, in that case, we both can very confidently say that this is exactly Death Note. What is this? Sorry, just hearing the phrase, what is this? I just thought about Barry Burton for a second. What is this? A wall. A huge gray. What had been a clear autumn sky is now blocked off by dull gray. It's dark, almost like the sun had already gone down. A dome, rather. We appear to be shut in from above as well. What? When did they do this, and how? I don't think any of us was in full command of his facilities as we came this way. We can't be certain that this wasn't already here, or there. I mean, whatever the heck going on right now is really powerful, and it's so powerful that I can't even handle reading anymore. Just like Resident Evil, whenever they closed off the gymnasium and stuff, and you couldn't escape from the school in Resident Evil, yeah, I agree, Mr. CDP30. But, I mean, once again, like, when I say that this game is kind of like Resident Evil, there are some connections that you can actually say, hey, it's kind of like Resident Evil, but it is enough of its own special thing, you know, birds and everything that kind of weren't in Resident Evil except as enemies. Now birds are kind of like super important in this game or whatever, blah blah blah. This got its own unique differences. That's not the only difference, but that's just the one I'm going to be talking about. Which Resident Evil game? Are you talking about the Resident Evil Hatoful Boyfriend game? Or are you talking about the Resident Evil, oh yeah, Resident Evil 4 is the one you wanted to speedrun, right? That's like one of your favorites, aside from, of course, Resident Evil 6. But that's just a masterpiece. Everyone wants to race that one. Everyone has to speedrun through there, not because it's a bad game and they want to get it done and over with, but they want to speedrun that game because of how beautiful and perfect of a Resident Evil game that is. It doesn't seem, wait, it doesn't seem like most likely that it was put in place while we were all in the gymnasium listening to the headmaster, though. It does. No, it does. I said doesn't. I don't know why. Oh no. Beyond boyfriend? Why? Why? He has terrible hair. It does seem most likely that it was put in place while we were all in the gymnasium listening to the headmaster, though. He did say that it was a natural disaster. Maybe this is some sort of shield? Disaster so destructive that there's nothing to be done but hide under an enormous gray blanket and wait? Maybe they don't give the headmaster the details to avoid causing a panic? Oh my gosh. That sounds great. I'm gonna have to look that up after I eventually play Resident Evil 4 because, gosh, freaking dang, I just want to see what that's like. That sounds incredible. Well, that was a bit harsh, Mr. CDB30, but I agree. Maybe, oh yeah, it's no panic, blah blah blah. If that were the case, they would be robbing us of our right to know why our very lives are in danger. Is this really a shelter? Is there really a natural disaster? Either way, we don't know if there's a connection between what happened to Yoko and all of this. Let's go let's go to the classroom and then tell Mr. Nanaki about the dome thing. Very well. Looks like the other classes left theirs as they were, as well. There There at the teachers' desks. Is everybody else planning to stay? Oh, is everybody else planning to stay in the gym? Japan is a country full of fools who have grown lazy through too much peace. I doubt anyone else has dared to take it upon themselves to investigate this matter. We're here. The box is still where I left it. Inside is... I can't. Sakuya, I'm sorry, could you? No matter. What is this madness? Huh? There's nothing here. That can't be right. We left it right here. It's not like it got up and moved on its own, is it? Someone came and removed it while everyone was at the gym? This is life, not some third-rate mystery novel. Exactly, Sakuya. Yuya. Salutations, Rhoda. I see you're babysitting Sakuya. Do not throw my name about like a cheap toy, mongrel. How cruel. Well, I can't blame you for being tense, given the circumstance. I mean, really, I hope that's not Chris's blood, but it's probably Hyoko's blood, but we can't be certain. I mean, it was just kind of there when we first went into the dining hall. I think he'd act like that regardless of the circumstance. Yuya. I am sorry about her. It pains me to think of what happened. His expression clouds. It's strange, I've never seen him with any expression other than a carefree cheerfulness before. You'd known of her for a long time, right? Yeah. Do you know something about all this, Yuya? Well, most of this business is still a mystery to me, but that can at least answer the question we face right now. The whereabouts of the corpse, you mean? Yeah, that. As you said, this isn't some third-rate mystery novel. Corpses don't disappear, and we won't be having a famous detective show up and find the culprit for us. Anyway, the other infirmary assistants and I gathered her up in the chemistry lab. The chemistry lab? What for? For one, well, we couldn't just leave her scattered throughout the school, if only for the mental health of the students. Secondly, for the autopsy. As you know, we have two things going on at once here. The only human in the school was cut up and distributed to the rest of the school, and now there's some natural disaster happening. I imagine you're wondering if there isn't a connection between the two. We are, but we haven't found anything. What do you know? I told you, this is all a mystery to me too. I suspect that we'll have an easier time investigating the murder as long as we're sealed off in like this, though. The doctor should be proceeding with the autopsy by now. The doctor? Why him? You don't trust him? Of course not. I don't want to think about what he might be doing to her, or what he might do to her. He might even have... You suspect the doctor? Yes, everybody knows he's in that case. He probably killed her for some crazy experiment. He is an expert in the field. Who else here could perform the autopsy? But I know where you're coming from, Ryota. He's not exactly the most ethically minded bird around. That's why I asked Professor Nanaki to come too. He should be there by now, if you want to go make sure. Alright, we'll go later. So Hiyoko has been gathered in the chemistry lab, and now Dr. and Mr. Nanaki are examining her now. Mr. Nanaki might not be the best witness, but he's better than no one, right? We know where the corpse went then. But why are you here? Me? I'm investigating. Under my own orders, of course. Playing detective, mongrel? And I have to make sure we didn't miss any pieces. Maybe he is, I don't know. We might learn a little bit more about Shu in this ending, I don't know. Anyway, what are you two going to do now? Personally, I think the murder and the evacuation are almost certainly connected. I'm inclined to agree. The headmaster's refusal to explain our situation makes me doubt his story in its entirety. Indeed. So, Ryota? Yeah? I know how you feel. You want to find the one who did this to Hiyoko as soon as possible, right? Yes. Hiyoko. Gone for a moment, and suddenly she was turned into this. Who did that to her? I'll find them and I'm going to find the culprit and I've never felt this emotion before, but now I feel nothing else. When I find that bird, my thoughts exactly. Unfortunately, the school is a mess, and we won't find anything by chasing after her shadow. I think we should try to solve both mysteries at once, whenever possible. Of course, the wall could just be there for some natural disaster. That's about all I have to say. Yeah, Ryota's mom killed Yoko to steal her lifeblood so that she could live, and now that puts Ryota in a predicament of love for mother. It's a really tragic story. I can't believe you already figured it out, but you did it, Mr. Ragley, you did it. We didn't need your advice from the start. You're nothing but talk anyway, mongrel. Thanks, Yuya. We'll do our best to help. Oh, and one more thing. You might want to talk to One, in the maintenance office. Tell them I sent you. You mean that antisocial cockatiel dandy everybody hates? Yep, him. Don't worry, he's a good guy. He'll be able to help you, and you might find something useful in there. Well, that's it for the talking mongrel. Adieu. I don't even know what Bates Motel is, so I'm glad that made sense to you. I intended it to make sense to you, and that's all I'm gonna say right now, I guess. He saunters off towards the staircase. What a dreadfully obnoxious man. I thought he'd never shut up. He gave us some good advice, right? We should be grateful. Anyway, I don't think we'll find anything else here. Indeed. Where should we head next? I doubt we would go amiss by visiting the lab, the maintenance office, or by investigating the wall outside. Are you talking about like that old movie with the guy who stabs the lady in the shower? Or are we talking about something else? Because I know last time someone asked me about like a Psycho type movie, I was like, oh yeah, the one with the music as the guy is stabbing her, and it has really bad camera work that makes it really kind of funny to me, and I've never actually seen it, but I've seen that scene at least, and it makes me laugh. And they're like, no, I was talking about some other movie shenanigans. I'm like, oh, whoops. Yeah, I figured it was something else. Okay, no one ever wants to talk about whatever Psycho movie I'm talking about. Gosh dang. Right. Oh. Is Bates Motel like a movie then? Or is... I thought you were talking about like a TV series. If it's a TV series and it's a prequel to Psycho, that's interesting. Didn't know that prequels could be a series, but if that's a movie, maybe I'll look into that and then I'll watch Psycho. Let's go to the office first. Maybe this One guy will be able to help us. Well, that's probably the reason why I've never heard of it, because I haven't seen any TV in years, so for sure. Oh yeah, totally like spooky movies. That's like whenever I'd go to my friend's place for a movie night, if we actually end up watching a movie, half the time at movie nights we don't watch movies, but most of the time we're watching a spooky, scary movie. I don't know what you mean by 2 minus 4. Are you talking about the room number I need to go to in here to find out the mystery of Hyoko? Classroom 2-4. I've never seen Chucky, but I do know about it because my nephew used to watch that when I was a kid, and he, I guess, I don't know. My nephew used to watch a bunch of the spooky stuff. He's seen like all the Freddys and all the Jasons and whatnot. I still haven't seen any of those, but I mean, even back then I thought it was ridiculous that there's a Freddy versus Jason. Now I just want to see that just because I think it's still ridiculous, and I want to watch that before even knowing who Freddy or Jason is, even though I kind of know a little bit about each of them by now. Oh, there's multiple Psycho movies. Interesting. I didn't realize that 2-4 actually meant that there's a Psycho 2, Psycho 3, and a Psycho 4. Gosh dang. I'm learning things. Why is it that every spooky movie has to have sequels? What the heck's going on? The maintenance office, in other words, the repairman shop. I doubt we'll find anything useful here. You just said to go, right? I doubt the integrity of his advice. Jeez, is that anything to say about your own brother? You should be nicer to your family. My family? Do you mock me? That filthy-blooded mongrel is no relation to me. Whoa, calm down. Are you trying to tell me that the remake is just too good that if it did happen, that would just ruin every other movie before it? Then yeah, I do agree that is totally the movie I'm going to watch and never any of the other Psycho movies now. Thank you for the tip, Mr. Ragley. Are you telling me that I'm too youth to watch it? Because I totally am. I'm like just a 13-year-old kid playing Hatoful Boyfriend. Like, I'm the most youth there can be. Oh man, Super God tier. I'm excited. Oh man. I guess his elitism is still running business as usual. We don't have time to waste. We should hurry. The maintenance room is in the corner of the main building on the ground floor, right? Excuse us. What is this? This doesn't look very educational. The handyman pretty much lives in here, I think. Gosh, I don't know what inflection to give this guy. I mean, he's pretty freaking rad. We've only seen him once during Yuya's path in this game. We got to see a glimpse of this dude, but we'll get to know more of the custodian, the repair guy, the Mr. Maintenance dude. A dove, and one more. Mr. One, hello. What are you doing here? Didn't you hear the alarm? I'm Ryota, and this is Sakia. We got permission from our teacher to investigate the building. Didn't you hear the alarm? No panic, no noise, and no leaving. That's what I do here. Whoa, somehow he seems really cool. I don't know anything about Texas Chainsaw Massacre either, and I know that might kind of bother you a bit, Mr. Ragley, but I know absolutely nothing about that movie at all. I've heard its name many times, and then I heard that it was your favorite movie, and I'm like, oh, well, I know nothing of it, but that's all I know about it, that it's your favorite movie, or one of your favorite movies. Oh my gosh, CDV30, I'm so proud of you. I can't believe you've seen a bird. Are you trying to tell me that you've seen a cockatiel before, or are you telling me that you've seen just generally any bird before? Because if you've seen any bird, that's incredible, but if you've seen a cockatiel, that's basically next to impossible, considering that it's so hard to find a bird in general. I'm a little belchy right now, ugh. Whoa, somehow he seems really cool. You mean you're too lazy to go to the gymnasium? Don't worry about me. You two go ahead and find your class there. No, we're not. Do you mean to interfere with us, wretched fool? Yuya said we should ask you for help. Sakazaki Yuya? Yes, him. We decided to honor his request by coming all the way over here. Do you intend to stop us now? Yeah, I barely watch any movies. It just doesn't happen. I'm sorry. I really wish it would happen, but it just doesn't. Sakio, where the heck are your manners? Yeah, this is a cockatiel. It's a really nice bird. I've had a cockatiel on my shoulder when I went to a bird fair once, and it was really cool because they took a picture of me, and I still have that picture in my room somewhere. Wherever the heck it went, I don't know. But they're nice little pet birds. I don't very much know about most of the birds that can be found as a pet to most people because I mostly look into the wild birds. I'll be watching birds that visit my feeder or just birds that are just out in nature rather than most of the domesticated ones. Well, it's more of a yellow than a green, but if you saw one with a green on its head, that's interesting. Oh my gosh, now I'm looking a little bit closer. I see that picture on the wall that makes me really smile. Do you see that picture with the like guy with the hat right behind the bird with the face? I never noticed that picture before, but I really enjoy it, and I don't know why that's doing in the freaking Mr. One's room. It's kind of incredible. I don't know why. I don't know how. Maybe I did notice it, but I just forgot about it because it's such a little minor thing that means absolutely nothing. Sorry. He transferred from overseas, and his Japanese isn't too great. He certainly has more bark than his bite. More bark than I imagine he has bite. Very well. Come in. What did you say you gentlemen were investigating? Two things. The murder of Tosaka Hyoko and the mysterious wall outside. You've been right here the whole time, right? Do you know what he's talking about? Yes, I got an idea from Master Sakazaki. In other words, you know only what you heard from that mongrel? Useless. I know plenty about the school itself, though. My job is to take care of the entire campus. Maybe you know what the big gray wall outside is, then. Nope. Useless wretch. Sakuya, calm down. Though, I'm not sure there's anything we can learn right here, or learn here right now. Oh wait, Mr. One, can we use your computer? Maybe we can find out what's going on outside. Sadly not. Everything's been cut off since this morning. Even the telephone wires, eh? This is too thorough. I was still reading that in One voice, but that was Sakuya. I can't think of any reason why they need to cut communication systems off if it were some sort of storm protection. I have actually seen Attack on Titan. I know that recently, like, season 2 came, or is coming out, or something, I don't even know, but I have seen the full first 25 or 26 episodes, however many was in, I think it was 25 episodes in the first season. And yeah, this is basically Attack on Titan right now, with birds. This has been a wild goose. I had a goose IPA just a little bit before I started the stream. This has been a wild goose chase then. A complete waste of time. Let us go, Quora. Wait, I have a bright and massive piece of advice for you. Bright and massive? What? If you get stuck, try the headmaster's office. I've been almost everywhere in this school, but never there. You might be able to find something out about the wall if you check in there. Of course, the headmaster did not speak to us in person in the gym. He was broadcasting from his office. Then he might still be there. Why are you surprised that you never got around to watch it? I mean... Okay, if you want to have my opinion, I did watch through it, and I was really, like, excited because I heard great things about Attack on Titan, and the great thing that I could tell you is the animation. Other than that, it's a good story, it's good everything else, but it's nothing, like, as fantastic as a lot of people made it out to be whenever it was first coming out, and stuff like that. Is it let me down, because, and that's why I hate whenever people are like, oh my gosh, this is so great, it's the best, because it just gives me unrealistic expectations, and then by the time I actually get to enjoy the thing myself, then I'm like, this was nowhere near as good as I was anticipating. You guys let me down with your opinions that were clearly wrong. Oh. Well, yeah, that's actually truly a surprise, to be for real. It was on Netflix, so that was one of the reasons why I did watch it, because I did have Netflix, and I'm like, I guess I have spare time, and I already started watching this with a friend. I better actually finish it, because why not? I need to get this off of my platter. I hate having something half-finished. Yeah, Seinfeld is something I've never seen, really, so, I wouldn't know what that would mean whenever they say it's a Seinfeld of anime, but I agree with them completely. For sure. This game certainly has been the best way to get some solid... Certainly seems like the best way to get some solid information. We should try that. If you need a break later on, feel free to come back here and rest. Anyone Mr. Sakazaki sent is trustworthy. I'll get you some notes. If you find anything, you can come write it down. You never know what can happen in a situation like this, and you don't want to forget anything. Thank you, Mr. One. You can come back here later. For now, we should check the lab or the wall. After those two, we can try the headmaster's office. Go to the... Now we have a choice. And I'm going to tell you right now, we get a few choices during this BBL route, and I'm pretty sure none of them matter at all. Just let you know that straight from the get-go. It's whatever. Do I want to get the lab dialogue first or the wall dialogue first? That's all it is. Still need to watch Kill la Kill, but yeah, I don't know if you ever see anything anime related, you're probably gonna, or if you're just into anime in general, then you probably will hear about Attack on Titan eventually, because it's so talked about all the time. And I mean, I know it is very eye-catching, especially with the crazy awesome animations that it has to show and whatnot. and it's got a really intense and also very intense like thematics going on and whatnot. But it just wasn't my thing, I guess. It just wasn't. Even if it was everyone else's jam, it's not the jam I'd spread on my bread. I just want butter. Just give me the butter. That's what I want on my toast. Good old toast. But with that, I'm not. Don't worry, I always say, but with that, whenever I'm about to end the stream. But this time, it's just me saying that I'm gonna go pee in a toilet, so I'm gonna BRB for a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like probably less than a minute. But hey, have a party until I return with this choice looming in the background. I have returned. Oh baby. Oh, sorry, CDB30. I went to pee in a toilet. That's all. Because I am house not uh gonna pee on the floor because I'm not some crazy raggly. I am actually housebroken and I know how to use the good old toilet. And on top of that, I did lie. I said that I would just be doing that and returning immediately, but I did get a glass of water so that after all this reading, if my throat got a little scratchy or something, I did have something to help me through this. Oh yeah, Slumber Party Massacre 2 is the best anime for sure. Guaranteed. I mean, it's got everything you need. It's got writs, it's got bits, it's got hits, it's got everything. Everything you could ever hope for. It's got beat the beats. It's got beatings. It's got the ham beat burgers. And it's got music beats by Dre. And welcome back to U2 CDB30. I'm gonna go to the lab. You guys want? Let's just do first thing first. I don't care. Excuse us. It's always been one of the gloomier parts of the school, but today the lab is downright depressing. Worst anime I've ever watched. Okay. Give me a second here. I'm gonna have to check and see which animes I have watched. It's a very short list for sure. But I'll look, and for the most part, I only count stuff that I've seen all the way through. So let me see really fast. Where do I find it? Maybe Ouran High School Host Club? I know that some people like that, but I really didn't dig that either. Just wasn't my thing. That, or maybe Sword Art Online, and I'm only saying Sword Art Online because I totally forgot it, like, faster than I forget most things. Beating's my fave. So, yeah, back onto talking about Sword Art Online. That's weird because, I mean, it is something that I've seen that has gotten some popularity, and I will never be able to talk to anyone about it because I'm probably never going to watch it again, and I swear to you, it took me like 2 months for me to forget the entirety of that show. It's really bad. I did watch it all in one sitting, so maybe that's the reason why it was so forgetful to me, but gosh dang, it's just gone. It's gone. It's always been, oh yeah, it's downright depressing today. Hello, Kawara. Sir, thank you for being with Hiyoko now. Of course. Sakazaki came and asked me to come right after you two left the gym. You must have gone past us. How unfortunate. How unfortunate? How unfortunate. Ugh. The doctor is lining the pieces of Hiyoko up in the lab bench on one of the lab benches. One of my friends plays a Sword Art anime games, and a lot of my friends give him crap for it because it's Sword Art Online, and a lot of my friends really don't like Sword Art Online, and I can't give any crap to Sword Art Online because it's just out of my memory, but I can tell you right now that if you want a story of like kind of like, hey, fantasy realm dude that's not from fantasy realm but it's kind of visiting there. I know Sword Art Online is like a video game that they go into somewhat, kind of, not exactly like that, but they experience it in like super virtual reality. There's another one that's kind of into a fantasy realm called ReZero. That is a fantastic anime. If you have not seen ReZero regularly, I would recommend that. That's like one of the only animes that I've seen that I would actually probably recommend to people because it was dang freaking good. Must you glower at me so, Mr. Kawara? I'm not glowering at you. Do you disapprove of my handling her? It gives me an evil smile. No, that's not it. I just wish the doctor... I just wish we had a doctor who wasn't this malicious. Were you finding anything, Dr. Iwamine? No. Not yet, no. I only just finished assembling her. It will take some time. I will send word when I've finished. Perhaps you have something else to do while you wait? Very well. We shall not interfere. Come, Clara. Right. Oh, Mr. Kawara, a moment, please. Yeah, ReZero. It's freaking good. It's really, really good, actually. Like, fantastic. And it's got lots of anime girls that I think that you would eventually like, at least a few of them. So yeah, you should give it a watch. And then you could tell, you could send a message over to the Birdie cosplay and be like, hey, I think you're forgetting to freaking cosplay one of these awesome girls from this. Just letting you know that maybe you should get on that. Yeah, thanks, bye bye. I'm still bringing in thousands of viewers from my channel over to your Birdie cosplay on Facebook, so you should really consider my opinion. Thanks, bye bye. Yeah, totally put on your list. It is a good watch. You will enjoy it. I anticipate. I don't know what your tastes are in anime, but nonetheless, you will enjoy it. Yes? Allow me to give you a hint. A hint? You suspect me of foul play, do you not? In my light of that, I shall leave it up to you whether you decide to believe me or not. Anyway, I think you have missed something very important. Hmm? One might say that you have forgotten something. Perhaps you should bear that in mind. Hmm? You're just a little bit off, but I'm sure you'll find the answer yourself if you keep looking. Ho ho ho. Isn't it beautiful, Mr. Kawara? The sound of your life crumbling apart around you. I take it does not suit your taste very well. I take it does not suit your taste very well. Oh my gosh, Donald Gordon cosplay. Extra sauce. Oh, it's the best cosplay around. He was rather fond of the unusual himself. A pity. He? Well then, you can handle the outside investigation, and I, the internal. Ho ho ho. Good luck, Mr. Kawara. Oh, it's okay, Mr. CDP-30. Farewell, and hopefully you'll get some good old rest without a phone hitting you in the face. Yeah, yeah, it's getting pretty late. I don't want to keep you up forever, so have a good one, Mr. Dude. Right. Thanks, Doctor. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He is like double Don. He's gonna double down. Farewell, Mr. CDP-30. Isn't it beautiful, your life crumbling around you as your phone hits you in the face, as your sleepy, tired eyes realize that it is 1:36 or 1:37. I probably won't be here tomorrow, like most likely not. I don't stream regularly, I don't have a schedule. I would like to stream every day, but it just won't happen. I'm probably going to get to streaming a little bit more often, but no, tomorrow, sadly, I will not. He's definitely enjoying himself. What a psycho. What did he mean when he said I was missing something? Or maybe he was just trying to lead me astray. Better not to worry about it for the time being. What were you talking about with Kawara about? What were you talking with Kawara about, Doctor? Nothing important. I was just giving a little emotional support and encouragement. Yep, full time. You know it. I 40 hours a week type of full time. Schedules don't exist in my world anyway, so I mean I don't ever need a schedule, but maybe now that I have a job I actually should care about having a schedule, and that may actually help me with things in life, but I don't know. I see. That's good then. I'm sure you'll remember not to cause any trouble for my students, Doctor. Thank you for calling me Mr. Smooth Voice. That is my new nickname. I appreciate it. And if you ever want to see the rest of this, it will be going on to my YouTube of the same name. My name, Lols for the Win on Twitch, is the same, Lols for the Win on YouTube. Or if you want to stay away from the gross YouTube zone, you could still watch the VOD. uh, Whenever I'm finished doing this, it will be up on YouTube for later on watchings. And I totally am Mr. Smooth Voice for the Win, minus 27. You got that right, Mr. Ragley. We step outside once more. The gray dome remains, blocking out the morning sky. Let's go get a closer look at it. We can't see much from over here. Indeed. Iron, maybe? It's quite firm, at any rate. Maybe it's some sort of shelter. My phone's out of range. Maybe the wall's blocking the signal? That seems likely. It sounds thick and dense. Trying to break a hole in it will not be practical. Maybe there's an emergency exit or something? We should check. We still don't know whether or not we are completely sealed in after all. Right. Let's walk around the perimeter. Doesn't look like there are any doors or anything. See ya, Mr. ZB30. Have a good night, and a good dream, and good party in your dreams, and a good dream in your party, and all that jazz. Farewell, dude. It's been a pleasure having you here. Indeed, it appears identical all the way around. Do you suppose it is ventilated? I can't say I fancy the prospect of suffocating under this thing without even knowing why it's here. I don't think I don't think an emergency shelter would have some sort of airflow built in. Yeah. Well, gosh dang, I keep reading things in negative when it's actually positive. I'd think an emergency shelter would have some sort of airflow built in. Right? If not, then we're in deep trouble. Dude, everyone's invited to a party in their dreams. That's... Every time I wish anyone a good night, with my voice at least, whenever I'm wishing someone a good night via text, I won't say have a party in your dreams, but I always will vocally tell people to have a party in their dreams if I'm saying good night to them. So you will totally have a party in your dreams this night whenever I'm done with this stream. Whenever I'm like, okay, I've kept you up for these 7 hours and it's way past your bedtime. It's like 12 o'clock a.m. Your time, but it's fine because you need to go to sleep, Mr. Ragley. Have a party in your dreams. You'd be like, thank you, I totally will have a party in my dreams. And then you'll sleep at 12 o'clock p.m. noontime. What are you looking at? Up there. Is that some sort of hatchway? He points upward. Ah. He's right. About 20 meters up, there's a joint or something of a different color. It does look like it might lead outside. Let's go look. I don't see any sort of latch. Can we open it by hand? Yeah, maybe there's a switch or something somewhere. It doesn't seem like we can do anything here now. Let's just remember its location and return later. I don't like to think about it, but if there really is such a terrible disaster out there, that this is the only option, maybe it would be better to leave it shut anyway? Indeed. Let us move on. We just don't know what's going on outside. I've got enough on my mind to just think about Hiyoko, but I'm worried about my family outside too. I hope my mother's okay. I suppose we finished the first stage of the investigation now. Yeah, but we've got a better idea of the situation, I guess. The doctor's working in the lab, the gray dome covers the entire school, but for one small hatch, and we can use the maintenance office as a base. Mr. One did say, indeed, he suggested we visit the headmaster's office. Yeah, it's on the first floor. Let's go. Headmaster, sir. Are you within? We demand entry. Rude even to the headmaster? I wonder if the doctor is the only person in the entire school who he actually respects. No reply. Let's go in. Wait, Sakuya, that's... It's locked? Bah. Where is that old geezer? Maybe he's pretending to be out so we'll go away? Indeed. He never was the type to the type to walk about the campus. Or perhaps he has locked the door from the inside and plans to stay inside until the siege lets up. Should we wait around? We have no time for such frivolities. We shall enter the room, even if it means reducing the door to a miserable pile of splinters. And it's the headmaster's doors. I don't think it will be easy to break down. You speak the truth. Let us ask Nanaki if there's a key to open it from the outside. Yeah, then we can head back to the... Gosh dang, I can't freaking read at all right now. What is it, Quora? I thought I heard something. I heard nothing. Perhaps you are imagining things. Like something's being dragged across the floor. Listen, there it is again, behind... Suddenly behind us stood a gigantic scarecrow-like creature with a rough burlap sack for a head. Second class. Don't worry about it, Mr. Riley, it's fine. It's all good and it's fine. There's only 2 different save slots. I'll save right here. I'm just saving for the sake of saving. There's nothing to worry about. And that was not sarcasm right there, so don't worry about it. We're actually safe. Oh, what in... The scarecrow man draws closer, dragging a long, ungainfully metallic arm behind it. Sakia, watch out! His arm slices through the air, smashing the window into tiny shards, which scatter across the hallway floor. We don't know what it is, but apparently it isn't friendly. Sakia, we have to run. I am well aware. Did we lose it? I think so. Luckily it moved so slowly. What was it? Surely no one could devise a prank so bizarre as that. It looked like a biped. It was humanoid, but I don't think it was human. I've never seen a human made of metal and burlap. Murder, the dome, and now this? I know not who is behind these trickeries, but they must have a death wish to mock me so. For now, we have to get back to the lab. We need to warn Mr. Nanaki. So yeah, I really hate it whenever I'm roaming around the school and a huge scarecrow monster machine burlap thing is just kind of going around and smashing windows and trying to kill you and whatnot. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why high school was not a fun time in my life. It was probably the main reason, other than, you know, of course, my best friend Hiyoko dying and whatnot, but that's not a problem. Oh, welcome back, Kawara, Shirogane. Would you like some tea? Is this really the time? You cannot afford to relax now, Professor. So I take it something happened? The headmaster... He must have been hiding from the scarecrow. It smashed the window. Calm yourself, Kawara. You become incoherent. Sorry. We were attacked by a giant creature outside the headmaster's office. It was a bizarre thing, like a scarecrow in appearance. A scarecrow? Yeah, the janitor, unlike Mr. One, but yeah, this janitor scarecrow thingy was just the most dreaded thing about high school. It's like, oh gosh, here's your homework. You're like, gosh dang, that's really upsetting, but not as upsetting as Mr. Scarecrow outside the hallway trying to kill me. Gosh dang it. It was a bad time. I really rather not think about that. A scarecrow? Yeah. Like the ones humans used to make. It attacked us, and we ran back here. It was slow, but its arm was heavy and dangerous. Are all the students still in the gymnasium? Probably not all of them. If there's something dangerous in here, we should probably tell everybody to stay together in the gym. Yeah. The plot thickens indeed. Not only are we trapped under this confounded dome, but now it seems we must contend with this monstrous new guest. I wonder what that scarecrow man's connection is to all of this. A scarecrow man, you say? Doctor? Fascinating. I've never cut into one of those. I'd love to get my hands on it. Ho ho ho. Have you finished the autopsy, Doctor? Yes, for now. I was awake here the whole time. Don't worry. Thank you, Mr. Nanaki. You two may well have a right to know what I found, given your efforts towards the investigation. I shall try to state simply and briefly what I have learned from the lumps of meat which once were Miss Tosaka. Control yourself, Kawara. Falling out amongst ourselves would only do us harm. I know. Ho ho. Anyway, we lacked the tools for a proper examination, but the cause of death was asphyxiation. There is no sign of strangulation or smothering, so she was either poisoned or sick. She was dismembered after death, then, Doctor? It would appear so. There's little evidence of bleeding, so we may assume that she was cut up sometime after death. Yoko was one of the healthiest people I know. She couldn't have become that sick that quickly. Meaning someone poisoned her. Why? For the sake of the grotesque, or to make her easier to carry for some reason. Disgusting either way. I suppose I should tell you that the estimated time of death, obviously, I cannot be completely certain, but I believe Miss Tosaka died yesterday after school. In the evening, then? Precisely. And she was found this morning. In other words, useless unless she was seen yesterday afternoon, she may have been here all along. Kawara, her house was near yours, was it not? Did you see her yesterday? After school, no, I didn't. My mother asked me to run some errands, so I went straight home yesterday. That's right, I went home alone. It's too late to regret it now, but maybe if I'd just asked her to walk home with me. I see. Perhaps we should ask the other students with whom she was close. You're going out again? Be careful. It sounds like wandering around the school could be dangerous. Don't worry. We can outrun the scarecrow if it shows up again. Incidentally, I went home early yesterday too. I left as soon as class ended. So, I only know what Ryota has told me. I wish I had some useful information, but I was in the infirmary right up until I returned home, as usual. I know nothing of what happened in the rest of the school, sadly. So neither Miss Nanaki nor Dr. Yomine saw Hiyoko yesterday afternoon. Oh right. Could I ask you a favor, Miss Nanaki? My favorite. The headmaster's office is locked. You think he might be hiding in there. If there is a spare key to his door, can we use it? A spare key? Yeah. Yes, there should be one in the faculty room. I'll ask the vice principal for you. Thank you, sir. We'll be back soon. Be careful out there. You too, sir. Kawara is a strange boy. I wonder why he lied about going straight home. We won't be able to talk about the headmaster until we have that key. Let us work on the murder case until then. Right. We should ask everybody where they were yesterday. The doctor said he was in the infirmary until we went home. I wonder if we can trust him. Do not bias yourself with baseless suspicion, Kawara. Yeah, I know. I think maybe you trust him a little too easily, Sakuya. He's a world authority, but that doesn't make him honest. You know nothing of what that means. The head of the Lebel family, my father, was once crippled with chronic illness. He was cured by medicines developed by Dr. Iwamine. He makes medicine? Save the sleep talk for your dreams. Have you no idea of what contributions he has made to the medical world? I didn't know. I thought he was some kind of mad scientist cooking up nothing but death all around. Whoa. Yeah, Ryota totally should be given a lockpick so that he could be the master of unlock. Man, I'm gonna make a fan game of this and Resident Evil 1 where you get to choose to play as either Sakuya or Ryota in your quest to find in both stories. I guess you're gonna still be looking for Hiyoko, but you're gonna be searching through basically the Resident Evil mansion, fighting all these BOWs that look like scarecrows or something. I don't know. It'll be a fantastic game, and I will love it, and it'll have a complex story like this game or like Resident Evil. Both of them fit in the same complex story zone. Yeah, so Ryota was saying reconsider yourself, Sakuya. Oh yeah, Dawn for sure will be Wesker. I wonder where Nageki will play into it then, in that case. That's weird. In any case, the Lebel family is indebted to him. A noble bird will never treat a benefactor with disrespect. So that's why he's so polite to the doctor. Doesn't that make him biased as well, though? Anyway, let's go. Very well. Go to gymnasium. Don't say that about Nageki. You'll feel a little bit of remorse about those words later on. Yeah. If we didn't want to add in Mr. Dawn, Shu very much fit the Wesker role. Students in the gymnasium have grown somewhat restless since their evacuation. Showed up with no explanation, and now there's a suspicious individual wandering the campus. I guess that even doves lose their cool eventually. San, where are you? Cool. Oko-san is right here, alive and well so far. Hello, Mr. Worldwide Lover, how's it going? Cuckoo. Where did you and Sakuya go? Leaving Oko-san behind and going outside is not fair. You just confused the issue if we brought you along. We came back because we had a question for you. Cool. Come at me, whippersnapper. That's not what You usually practice on the ground after school, right? I'm good. I'm just reading through this game, Hatoful Boyfriend, again. I've read it through it once and I loved it, and I finally have an excuse Oh, thank you. I've heard that from a few people now. I'm glad that people enjoy my voice. I don't intend for it to be enjoyable, but apparently it is, so thank you for the compliment. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this game, and I'm glad to stream it so that I have an excuse to read through it again, because it's fantastic. About birds and loving birds, and also bird mysteries going on now. So we're trying to find out why a certain high school girl's dead. Uh-oh. You usually practice on the ground after school, right? Cuckoo. Of course. It is Oko-san's duty as track captain. Yeah, there's none of that in this game, sadly. I know that's what everyone always wants. I checked the Steam reviews of this game, and people seem to demand that, but nope, it's not in the game. In fact, most of the romance doesn't even end as a romantic thing, but it just ends as a really close companionship rather than a really good lovin's. You'd be surprised who'd want to see that, Mr. Ragley. Lots of people are looking for the bird sexons. Did you see Hiyoko while you were out there yesterday? Cool. No, Oko-san was not here. Okay. No, Oko-san did not see her then. Or as he was going home. Can we really be sure that he would have noticed, even if he had said that... Even if she had been there while he was running? Good point. I mean, when it comes to doves and stuff, you're not gonna see any, I guess you will see genitals, but you're not gonna see, penis-type genitals going from them. They have cloacas, and, those are just like a hole that, for both male and female doves and pigeons, it's just a hole that contains their genitals that they kind of just rub together whenever they want to have the good old sex, and that's how eggs are made. With the cloacas. Cloacas, or however you pronounce that. Good point. Cuckoo, do not look down on Oko-san's visual memory. Coo. If you had asked Oko-san about the bloodstained interloper he saw, then he would have had something to say. Yeah, I do really very much enjoy birds, so I do provide all the education on birds that I do know. It's good that you at least know a little bit about birds as well. That's good and makes me happy, because birds are fantastic creatures. Well, Ragley, I got some news for you about that Easter holiday. I'm sorry. I apologize. Wait, San, what did you just... Cuckoo. Don't look down on Oko-san's visual memory. After that, imbecile. Cuckoo. If you had asked Oko-san about the blood-stained interloper that he saw, then he would have had something to say. Cuckoo. Oko-san saw the interloper going into the infirmary. The infirmary? Could that have been Hiyoko? She wouldn't have had been stained with blood until after she died. She was a bit hyper, but I don't think she'd be walking around at that point. Yeah, that's what life is, Mr. Ragley. Life is nothing but lies. Get used to it, my boy. Sharks, oh baby. I don't know. I thought they were non-stop swimming for eternity. Even when... Oh boy. I don't know how I'm gonna handle this information. This is weird. Thank you, Worldwide Lover. You caused me some weird emotions. Cool. It was not Hiyoko. It was a bird unknown to Oko-san. So someone covered in blood was going into the infirmary after school? No, I never really thought about it that way, Mr. Worldwide Lover, but I guess money is kind of a lot white. But it's still always known as the greens. So someone covered him. Oh, I already read that. What the heck? Whoever he is our prime suspect now. Thanks for telling us, Sam. Oh my gosh. Absolutely, Mr. Bagley. I'm glad to have him aboard to tell us all the myths that he can bust all in a very quick succession. If I can talk, that'd be great. Yeah, why don't you pitch that to someone, Mr. Worldwide Lover? You can have your own myth-busting show, and I don't know what you'd call it, but you would definitely be able to compete with the Mythbusters and be like, yeah, I'm super cool. They're cool too, but not nearly as cool as I am. Give me all your TV cash, because I'm rad. And you know, you would totally succeed. I have faith in you. Yes, Factbusters is what it will be called. Amazing. Perfect name. 9 out of 10. A minus. No, you're the cool one here. Come on, Mr. Worldwide Lover. You're cool. At least we found something. Even if it raises more questions than it answers. Oh man. Ugh. Yeah. Some bird who Sam doesn't know. Could it have been someone from outside the school? It's past noon already, so let's hurry onwards. Mr. One. You two again? Come in. How goes the investigation? Well, I hope. We went to the headmaster's office as you requested, but it was locked, however. Yeah, we got attacked by this weird thing outside there. I'm glad you're okay. The office isn't that far from. Was that thing a muddy scarecrow-like man, perhaps? Yuya? So you've seen it too? Or, that's what Saki was saying. Just now, yeah. On the second floor. Sharkbusters, incredible show. I supported this. It will rival both Mythbusters and Shark Week in all just this one glorious package. I agree with Sharkbusters. Have a great time with that show. It's gonna be a grand, beautiful hit. I got a glimpse of it from behind at the other end of the corridor, and it didn't stick around to let it see me. So alas, I was not blessed with looking at its pretty face. Coward. Hey, we ran from it as soon as we saw it too. Anyway, it sounds like it's wandering around the building. Maybe it would be better if you were to leave, Mr. One. Don't worry for me, young one. My duties prevent me from leaving this room. Yeah, if you market about all animals, then that'd get a huge amount of people. Animals are a great topic for drawing in a lot of people of all ages and varieties. But then they'd find out that it's only about sharks, and they'd start learning a lot about sharks and be like, wow, sharks are actually pretty cool. And then everyone would be obsessed with sharks, and the world will be dominated by sharks, and that's the end of humanity at the end. It's gonna be pretty cool. Are you talking about the one on the left, the good old thick boy Yuya? Because he's the flirtatious one of the group. He's a good boy. He's my well, one of my favorites, especially in this original Hatoful Boyfriend game. you two aren't planning on calling off your investigation because of a bad guy or two either. Yeah, his name is Yuya, and he's an amazing character. So, that thick boy is a good boy, incredible good boy. I mean, maybe he might be able to get the suck. Probably. He's always the flirtatious one. In fact, if you want to know more about his personality, imagine a James Bond, but as a dove. And there you go. That's Mr. Yuya right there. So he probably gets a lot of suck. Well, yeah, that's true. Already stuck in the rut is of unadaptable middle age. Don't come cry to us if you get hurt. Come with one touching distance of death in the past. I will be fine. The suck. Yeah. I wonder what kind of death that comes close to a maintenance worker. Then again, knowing the school, there could be all kinds of evil going on behind the scenes. Well then, what are you standing around for? I believe orders were given to everyone to gather in the gymnasium to avoid the scarecrow. Same girl goes... Okay, if I can talk, that would be kind of great. Please allow me to talk. Same goes for you. Why aren't you headed there now? Or whatever. Herp. You can't just sit around. This game is definitely something to get into. I would love everyone to get into this game. The thing is, I feel like most people get into the game because whenever they hear about it, they're like, Hatoful Boyfriend. It's the game where you date pigeons, and then they ask the question, so you're playing as a pigeon? And it's like, no, you're playing as a high school girl. And then they're like, wait a second, you're a high school girl that dates pigeons. That sounds ridiculous. I'm gonna have to play it for ridiculous factor. And then they find out that's actually really good. That's the story of this game and its entire audience. I don't know, it's a really interesting game for sure. Indeed, same here. Hence, walking around the school. It's a cockatiel on the right. His name is Mr. One. He's a cockatiel maintenance officer, maintenance boy. He cleans up and is a janitor type dude. Those are some pretty intense eyes, actually, now that I mention it. And they're looking directly into your soul. Not even my soul, they're looking at your soul, Mr. Worldwide. Directly at you. They see you, and they've seen your past deeds. They know your future deeds. Mr. One knows all. He's the omniscient boy watching your every move. I mean, he has been saying he's been pretty close to death. Maybe he has seen a murder or two. I don't know. He's a special boy. Oh boy. That suck that only Yuya can give. And Yuya being close friends with Maintenance One over here. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to collect pieces and I'm wondering what's really going on between Yuya and Mr. One. Oh boy, on that note, I'd better leave the lab. Professor Nanaki wanted me there. What for? Something you asked him to do. Oh. He wants you to help him keep an eye on Dr. Iwamine. Most likely, yes. The doctor in Hiyoko, that is. Anyway, you two go on with your investigation. I'll be watching over her, so don't worry. Right. Wait. Yeah? According to the autopsy, Tosaka died after school yesterday. Did you see her during that time? Yesterday evening, huh? What did the doctor say? Just that he'd been in the infirmary all day. I was there too. You were inspecting and cleaning all day, so I can verify the doctor's alibi. I told you not to doubt him without evidence, Kawaro. Right. At this point, the prime suspect is that scarecrow anyway. That's everything? Well, adieu. We should head out too. But first, let's write down what we found. Alright, let's go. And so we walked about the school, searching for clues of Hiyoko and the mysterious bloodstained stranger. We were lucky enough to avoid encountering the scarecrow, but we didn't find any information either. Where to now? Nanaki has probably gotten the key for us by now. Let us return to the lab. Okay. Huh? What is it? Did you say something just now? I did not. Could it be that confounded scarecrow again? No, it's not him. I thought I heard somebody say something. Bah, don't scare me like that. I thought we'd been walking around though we've been walking around half the day, it's hardly surprising that your mind would be playing tricks on me. This is the library. What if somebody's in here? They may have not heard the alarm. Let's check. Very well. Far removed from the emergency throughout the rest of the school, the library is the same as always, empty. It's a little gloomier than usual. I guess there's no one here. Pull yourself together, Kuwara. I have no use for subordinates who lose hold of their sanity. Since when am I your subordinate? Sorry, Sakia. Let's head back to the lab. Something bad happened. I should have known what would happen after this. If it hadn't been for me, none of this would have happened at all. What was I trying to do here? What did I see? Why can't I remember? I can't hear. What are you saying? You're fading away. It's too far. Miss Tasaka. Mr. Nanaki. Welcome back. Have you found anything interesting? Yet another suspicious individual. But we should speak with the headmaster first. Have you gotten the key? Yes, I have. Right here. Thank you, sir. Well, let's go have a look, shall we? The doctor and I will be here. Be careful. Adieu. Clear left. Clear right. Good, doesn't look like the scarecrow's here. That's good. If I had to fly away from something like that, I might panic and hit the ceiling. Oh right, Quail's reflex when startled is to fly straight up. We should hear it dragging its arm and it moves, so we'll have plenty of time to get away. Let's go in. Right. Let's see. The headmaster, who had gathered us all in the gym without any real explanation. How many of our questions will he be able to answer? Excuse us. Maybe he's not here? That's... or hiding. There's somebody at the desk. He's sitting with his back to us, but his feathers are unmistakably green of a Nico bar. Speak to us, headmaster. Have you gone deaf? Sakia, be polite. Japan is the country of courtesy, after all. Is it his fault or mine that we had to come here? Headmaster, will you... this... Sakia? The thing here is no longer the headmaster. Its half-closed eyes are dull and cloudy. The skin showing beneath its feathers is pallid. What is this madness? Or what madness? Him too? And that's the end of second class. Third class. If I recall correctly, there's 8 classes, or maybe 9 classes, or somewhere around there. So we're still got a long ways to go. But yeah, we're now on to class 3. Poisoning. Only a few hours ago. I believe he was already dead when the announcement was broadcasted this morning, though. I checked his broadcast equipment, and it looks like they put the video together from last year's disastrous drill footage. Meaning somebody killed the headmaster and gathered everyone else in the gym. Why would anyone... There's no explanation but the obscene delight in the grotesque. I think we may all be vastly underestimating the magnitude of whatever is going on. It may be better if we kept this to ourselves for now. I concur. Until we have proper grasp of the situation, telling the others would only cause unnecessary panic. First Hiyoko and now the headmaster, both poisoned. Were they killed by the same person? More rationally, they must have had some reason for killing him and fabricating the broadcast. This must be connected to the quarantine. Since we're finally here, let us search for some clues, Kuwara. Right. Easier said than done. Every shelf in his office is piled high with documents and papers. Where do we even start? Incompetent Pharaoh! Examine each piece one at a time, looking for everything about emergency procedures, plans of the school. Got it. PTA records. That's not it. Demographics for dummies. Nope. Transfer students. Wait, next to that is the human representative. That must mean Hiyoko. And the date is from 2 years ago, right before she enrolled. It's not really related to today's incidents, but it might have something useful. Yeah, that freaking pug in the background. Just with those crazy eyes, oh baby. He's giving you that look. That pug has seen some things. Doesn't appear to be anything about converting the school into a shelter. Anything this large scale would leave some sort of paper trail if it were official. Hang on, Sakia. What are you reading, Kuwara? Now I will only imagine you as this pug in the background of this Hatoful Boyfriend game. With the crazy eyes, and its tongue sticking out, looking onward in 2 different directions, very magnificently. Absolutely wants to suck for sure. This. The human representative. It's locked, even though none of the others are. A minority representative is no more important than a transfer student, or the like. There's no need to have it sealed up like a criminal record. I wonder what's written in here. We can't exactly ask the headmaster to open it up for us. I don't suppose the key is in here anywhere, or in here somewhere. Maybe we should ask Mr. One for help. Do you intend to break it open? Yeah, it'll be faster than looking around for the key. And... that? I was wondering about that as well. That thing on his desk. Some sort of control panel? Whatever it is, it's suspicious. I believe it's the controls panel for some machine, yes. And spread out next to it is... the dome. Maybe this controls the dome, or the hatch we saw earlier. One did postulate that it would be in here. Or, not one, but on there. It's weird because it's spelled exactly like one. Oh gosh, sucker. Oh no. Oh no, I can't. I don't know if I can handle that nickname. Locked, of course. I doubt we will find it easy to break that one. Yeah. All the same, we have some actual hope of getting out of here now. Even just that is comforting. Let's go talk to Mr. One. I think we have exhausted the possibilities of this room for the time being. Let us go. Mr. Kawara. Yes, sir? Ho ho. I see you have yet to lose your open distrust of me. Well, 2 people have been poisoned. And we have evidence that the perpetrator went to the infirmary. It's sort of hard not to doubt you a little, sir. Not too hard for Sakia, though. How honest of you. Did you find it yet? The thing you forgot about? The thing I forgot about? You must be talking about what he said earlier. No. I'm not convinced you're not just trying to mess with me. Yeah, Shu is the thickest of thick boys in this game. He is very thick. He's a Chukar partridge, and they're all very thick. For sure. Are you sure you're not trying to keep me from finding something you thought nobody knew about? How cruel, Mr. Kawara. Your boundless suspicion wounds me. He doesn't look wounded at all. Yeah, well, Suck starts with S and has a double letter at the end. Basically, Shu and Suck is exactly the same word. So yeah. Good on you for finding out the true mysteries of this game, Mr. Worldwide Lover. I appreciate your deductions. More like amused. I have no reason to regret your solving this mystery, Mr. Kawara. Let me give you another hint. There are no riddles here. If you wish to find the truth, you need only to keep going. Fact busters. Okay, so I guess if you're busting a fact about Shu actually being named Suck, then that must mean that Shu also must be related to sharks. Oh baby. I thought this was just a bird game. Now sharks are getting involved. I don't know how to handle this. This is getting a little too deep for me. Oh baby. You need not to use your brain at all. What are you talking about? No riddles. Wait, not that. You mean to say that you know the truth already? Well, who knows? If you do, tell me. I told you. You need only keep going. Everything here is a plot that was laid out just for you, after all. Maybe that's why he's so thick, because there's no way you can fit a shark into a bird outfit unless if you have extra room. Gosh dang it. She was a shark all along. I never noticed. Just for me. How long must you babble, Kawara? Come. Sorry. I take it this is a challenge, Doctor. You may take it that way if you so wish. I swear, I will find the truth. And if I find out that you killed Hiyoko... Ho ho ho. Oh, I do look forward to seeing what sort of answer you find. Busting all them facts. Oh, baby. Mr. One. You two again? What is it? We explained to Mr. One what we found in the headmaster's office. The plot thickens, I see. We think that this file may be connected to the mystery. Can you unlock it? Or break it? Let me see. This will be rather troublesome. It's just a lock, right? Forcing it will result in spontaneous combustion. What? Why would they put something on that? Like, why would they put something like that on a bunch of ordinary documents? Perhaps these documents are not ordinary. All the same. Yeah, this is the Cocktails theme. Whenever a cocktail, Mr. One is around, this is the music that plays. This is your boy's theme. The boy that looks into your soul. I have dealt with similar things in the past. It will take some time, but I believe I can open it. So defusing bombs falls under maintenance operations? Do not forget, I'm not just a maintenance worker. I'm a bright and massive maintenance worker. Oh yeah, it is a very smooth song, ripe and perfect for getting the suck on. What does that have to do with anything? So, maintenance work in Japan requires numbers of skills. I am impressed. I think Mr. One is the only... Oh right, can we ask you one more thing? You may. You found a control panel that looks like it's for the dome as well, but it's locked. It seems to require a password. A password? Ask Mr. Sakazaki for help. Yuya? He is a master of unauthorized access. So that wretched mongrel has lowered himself to crime? Not all the birds. Most of the birds that you meet in this game are students. This cockatiel is a maintenance worker. The big old thick boy Shu is the infirmary man. He's the doctor of the school. There's that white quail boy. Not Yuya, that's a dove, but the quail is the math teacher, kinda. Yeah, most of them are students. The Ryota that's talking right now, if I knew he could. He's a student in class 2-3. I don't know who the heck hired. I mean, this is part of the mystery. We don't know what the heck is going on in the school, but things are going on that are very, very odd and need answers. Sakia, just let it go. We need his help here. I shall take care of this for them. I can't say for sure, but it should be done by the time you and Mr. Sakazaki get back. Alright, thanks. Right, I mean, if you're asking how birds go to school, that's the thing about this game. These birds are kind of the most dominant species of planet Earth currently. After a tragic thing with the bird flu going on, most of humanity died, and what remains of humanity is having a struggle to get through with the remaining birds because, you know, they tried to take out birds with the artificial virus that they created that would attack only birds so that they can get rid of the bird flu. And that virus didn't work as planned. It kind of didn't kill birds, but it increased their intelligence. Now they're kind of the dominant species of the Earth right now, and a lot of humans died, and there aren't that many humans left, so humans have become a minority. I think they might just be big old birds. Okay, for lunch, there has been questions about that actually during this game because that big old thick boy Shu, he's a crazy one, and he may be serving some of the students as some meat for school, but I know that they also serve half-dead fried rice or whatever, because that's what Hiyoko normally orders. Other than that, I'm not really sure what they have here at the school, but I assume it's not always bird meat. We should probably write all this down since we're here. Where is Yuya right now? Oh yeah, this game totally is a 10 out of 10 for everything that it provides. So I agree with you there. Either in the lab or possibly gallivanting around like a nincompoop. This would be a lot easier if we can use their phones. But we can't. Off to the lab. Here we are. I wonder if he's still in here. As we turn the corner. The scarecrow man blocks our path. Of all the... Sakia, run! Don't order me around, Feral. Oh yeah, he's the prettiest boy of the game, Mr. Scarecrow Man. He just wants to kill you. It's super duper sexy right there. We lost it, right? Oh. Shoot. Saki and I must have run in different directions. I hope he's okay. Of all the times to run into that thing again. Oh baby, please decapitate me, Mr. Daddy Scarecrow. Oh yeah, that's right. If it's lying in wait for us like that, we can't rely on the noise of its arm to find it. And the dome makes the building dark, so it's hard to see. I'd better be careful. Where is it now? I want to head straight to the lab, but... Did I just hear something? Oh. What are you doing here all alone? Oh. Did you see the wall outside? There's been an emergency and everybody's supposed to go gather in the gym. Oh man. Getting really deep and sexy there, Mr. Worldwide, oh baby. You should... Your... Kora Ryota. He knows my name? Have I met him somewhere before? Yeah, have we met before? The unfamiliar mourning dove shakes his head. This is the first time we've spoken. Then why do you know my name? She told me. Miss Tosaka. Hiyoko? Oh right, didn't she say she made friends with a freshman who's in the library all the time? Can I ask your name? Fujishiro Nageki. You were friends with Hiyoko then? Did you maybe see her after school yesterday? Was she acting strange at all, or... Oh, shoot. He didn't hear the emergency broadcast, so he probably doesn't know what happened to her either. She's... Don't worry about it. You don't have to explain anything again. Or, you don't have to explain again. Huh? I already know. Oh. She washed up here and spoke to me. Which can only mean one thing. She's dead. It doesn't exactly make things easy to understand. Almost as if he's talking to himself and doesn't care whether or not his interlocutor knows what he means. She washed up here? Do you mean yesterday? If you know anything about what happened to her last night, please tell me. I do not. Miss Tosaka did not come to the library after school yesterday. So, she didn't come here either? Thanks. I need to hurry back to the chemistry lab. You should probably get out of here too. There's a suspicious individual in the building. It was not yesterday that Miss Tasaka came here. It was just now. What? He's gone. The mourning dove who just spoke to me has disappeared. Did he go to the gym? I hope so. I don't really want to consider the possibility, but maybe Sakia's right. Maybe I am going crazy. I have to last long enough to find the killer. You're late, Koala. Blasted feral doves. Oh yeah. Baby, you're gonna get real shook, right? You're gonna get real shook tonight. Actually, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be streaming this. I'm probably gonna get to like the 4th class, and then that's probably where I'm gonna end it, but in that case, I don't even know when the heck I'm going to continue this game, because I may not have a chance to continue streaming for a while, but yeah, dude, that Nageki boy is a mysterious one, and he's an important character. We'll find out more about him later on. Sakia, you're safe. He was pretty worried about you, Ryota. You couldn't sit still the entire time you were gone. Silence, mongrel. Thanks. Sorry for worrying you, Sakia. Anyway, Sakia filled me in on your adventures. You want me to hack into the headmaster's computer? Can you do it? Naturally. Just leave it to me. Come on, let's go. Oh, welcome back, Koala. Sir, about the control panel. What is it? Or what about it? Can't you tell? It must be the controls for that dome. Right. I suppose it could be. It's locked, though. We're gonna have to have Yuya get into it for us, but that's illegal, you know. That doesn't matter. Don't you comprehend their situation? I never said you shouldn't do it. We don't have much choice, do we? Go on. Thank you, sir. Well, having Mr. Nanaki's approval certainly helps my conscience. Let's see. He wakes up the computer, and before long, I have no idea what he's doing to it. Wow. I wonder where he's going to do that. I imagine he spends his spare time stealing illegal X-rated videos off the intertubes. X-rated videos can teach someone how to do this sort of thing? Maybe I should watch more of them. There we go. Now then... There. We're logged in as an administrator now. Woohoo! This only has an open and close button. I guess it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. That's the first thing that Sakia immediately thinks about when it comes to Mr. Yuya over here. Sakia thinks that Mr. Yuya is going to the intertubes for some good old porn. Oh baby. Extra shaking going on now. All the shake. Well, I'll leave the rest to you two then. I read that wrong. Yeah, Sakia, oh baby. Got his mind in the gutter like always. Crazy Sakia. If we press this button, either the dome itself will or the hatch will probably open. But with the headmaster dead, we have no way of knowing what's happening outside. If there really is some terrible disaster, then the opening the dome could put everybody at danger. I wonder if Mom's at home. I hope she's okay. There is a dangerous individual wandering the premises, and the bird in charge is dead. I think we would be wise to open the dome now. That's true. We did get Yuya to help and everything. We should... You can choose to leave it closed, but spoiler alert, it will be opened anyway. So I'm just going to go straight forward and say, let's open it. We need to get everyone out of here. Agreed. And we can confirm once and for all that the talk of a disaster was nonsense. Yeah, for sure we're opening it, baby. We're not going to stay confined to this freaking dome forever. We need to know what's going on outside. Escape hatch opened. I guess it's not for the whole dome. No matter. All we need to do is get a look outside. Just having the hatch open is better anyway, in case there really is a storm or something out there. The escape hatch will close automatically in 15 minutes. To reopen it, please reboot and try again. It closes on its own. That seems like a risky design. 15 minutes isn't enough to get everyone out. Let's go take a look at it before it closes. We're going outside again, Mr. Nanaki. If it's safe, we'll organize an evacuation at the gym. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll come too. Sakazaki, Doctor, what will you two do? Well, I don't have any more business here. I shall return to the lab. Leaving Hiyoko alone with another man would hardly be gentlemanly, so I'll go with the doctor. Well then, let's go, Kawara, Shirogane. Very well. Yep. Where was that hatch? Have you eyes or pickled onions? Right there. The hatch high above the ground is open. Looks like the control panel worked. I think every birdie should be able to fly up to that. It's a little narrow, so we'll have to go 2 or 3 at a time. But outside, yeah, it's perfectly clear. We can only see the sky, but there's no storm or gale. Nothing but a calm autumn sky for this morning. No earthquake, no typhoon. The announcement video was a fake. I think it's safest to assume that the whole thing was a lie. I am curious about the state of things out there, but the door closes on its own, so we had best think carefully before going out. We can't see the city at all. We don't really know what's going on out there, if anything. But if there's really is no disaster, and all this is a plot surrounding Tasaka's death, then we need more clues. I'll go. Are you sure? We have no guarantee that it's safe out there. It isn't safe in here either. Look, the hatch is open. It is. We can go home. No, you're supposed to be in the gym. You shouldn't go out yet. Like heck we're sticking around with nothing but the bogus explanation from earlier. I can't wait any longer. I'm going out. Wait, come back. Come back here at once. We don't know if it's safe out there yet. Yeah. A gunshot. We have to go help him. Calm down, Kuwara. You will only get yourself shot as well. But... As if to laugh at my shot, the hatch gives an unpleasant rumble as it swings shut. He was shot. As soon as he went out, someone on the other side shot him. Oh yeah. The most beautiful name. I remember meeting someone who was also named Student A. I never met anyone named Student B. That sounds like a jerk name, but... I mean, he got what he deserved. Student B was shot immediately, because that is a stupid name. But yeah, Student A, whenever I met a Student A in real life, he was a very spooky boy. He got me all real shook up. It's not a natural disaster. If we go out, we get killed. But why? third class end and fourth class start. And with the start of fourth class, I'm probably gonna just end it for today, for tonight. It's it's 4:50 a.m. for me. I have yet to go to bed. I think it's about that time where maybe I should end the stream and head off to bed. So thanks for coming in, Mr. Worldwide Lover, and I really appreciated all that you brought to the comments down below. I really appreciate it. Gave me some companionship while I was going through this intense story. So have a good night, and a party in your dreams if it is for sure nighttime for you. I know it's for sure nighttime for me, and I'm heading off to bed. I don't know if I'll get the suck. I'm not that type of guy who knows people that could give me the suck, but thank you for your wishes, and farewell.